24/7 Video Game Podcast.
Ha! Whether it's a beer, a shot, or even a glass of wine, grab your favorite beverage and welcome to your favorite live interactive video game podcast. That's right, it's the Level 857 Video Game Podcast with your host, as usual, LG857. The 22 Stallion.
Sticks.
Turbo 857.
And your boy Big Chalk. What up?
And a special guest we have returning to the podcast tonight is the leader / founder of Game Review Click Media Glitch. He's also a writer and film director with credits for movies like Beautiful Prison, Corazon de Capion. And I think he's got a little bit of credits for the TV series, Behind the Yellow House.
Behind the Yellow House, yes.
He is a lethal Mortal Kombat pro. He is a budding Ken Street Fighter 6 main. And when it comes to baby making, he's looking to beat Nick Cannon's record.
Yo!
That's right.
Please welcome for the fourth time on our podcast, Joe.
Thank you for having me. Is it 4 times already?
Hey!
4 times.
Four times.
I am hoping to beat that record.
Yes.
You know?
Halfway
You know how Mexicans get down, right? We just that's it. We got all kinds of kids.
He said, when it comes to baby making, that's like one of the weirdest things to start off a sentence.
Like,
It's the weirdest way to start off a
that's
sentence.
so wow.
Next time you're on, Joe, I'll bring up the Family Man thing again. But now it's baby making.
Baby making.
The theme now is baby making.
It's good. It's good. How are you guys doing? Thanks for having me on the show.
Yes.
Good.
Fabulous.
Good, man.
We're good.
Joel Vallie, everyone.
What are we going to talk about today?
Video games?
Yeah, video games. This is what type of podcast it is, right?
Mostly games we've been playing.
After we just took 40 minutes setting this stream up.
That's not
We
true.
have no idea what you're talking
that is
about.
not-
And if anyone knows me in the chat, they know it was amateur hour.
Oh.
That's all I'm going to say.
I think we should have a podcast talking about how to set up the podcast
Oh, man.
at some point.
I'm
That'll be the next
saying.
one.
I don't know why you want to confuse people, but go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
We'll get there.
How
As you
not
see.
to,
As
maybe.
you see.
We'll all be confused. We'll be like, oh.
We'll do it live, and it'll just take a long time.
It'll help us to learn too.
Seriously.
You know what? Then do it. Do it.
The Clueless Podcast.
Only for the Patreon.
Tomorrow. Start that thing tomorrow.
For all of our Patreon members are going to do it.
Oh,
Yes.
boy.
They can see. They can see.
True.
Oh,
All right,
my
Joel,
goodness.
what have you been playing, man?
Oh gosh, I've been playing Kill Squad.
Kill
Uh,
Squad.
We might stream it a little bit tonight later. I got to send out some of those codes to Reggie and CAG and see if they want to.
What type of game?
Play. It's like a Diablo, kind of dungeon crawler with guns. Well, I guess there's melee people as well. You have your healer, you have you have your tanks, you have all the typical stuff. Lots of loot, lots of armors, 4-player, and pretty fun.
It looks really good.
A bit hard though sometimes. You got to kind of grind it out. So
Well, make sure CAG has a gun because he can't throw hands.
Oh.
I didn't say it, CAG. I didn't say it.
That was a foul, man. That was a foul.
That's how chocolate is. You lose the chocolate, he's going to keep going until you beat him.
No, only if you talk junk beforehand. That's it.
He did say he was going to take over Fighter
He
Friday.
said he was going to take over Fighter Fridays.
You didn't have to go there.
He didn't have to go. He didn't have to say that.
Chalk,
He
did,
said
I'm done,
that,
I'm done,
eh?
I'm done.
Chalk did take it personal.
I'm done.
He did take it
And I took it personal.
Okay.
and I took it personal.
CAG took it personal. He took it over to Saturday. I was watching Joel stream. He was not having it. He was a little. He was a
If
little
you were in our
rattled.
stream
Little
on
rattled.
Saturday, I'll just apologize now. It got lethal. I thought it was going to turn into a real fight in the match.
CAG in the chat. What up, CAG?
Oh,
Speak of the devil and he shall
He said it's a lie.
He said it got hot.
CAG, if y'all were in the same room, there would have been hands thrown.
Oh,
Y'all would go a
man.
little crazy.
Oh, what happened? I totally missed that. What happened?
You gotta watch the show.
I'm gonna watch. I'll see.
You
what
want him to
happens.
reveal everything?
Yeah, I want just a little steak tidbit.
That's
I'm not
just a
gonna-
steak.
I'm not gonna spoil the show.
A snake tidbit.
Give us a tidbit on what happened with the 3-player versus.
What was
Oh, Rocket
Turbo.
League.
Oh, that was Rocket League. That was awesome.
Oh, I
was
was like,
mad
I was
fun.
like, wait, what third?
Besides the technical difficulties, you know,
It did not like to be streamed.
Nah, apparently
At all.
not.
and it was just something up with that profile. I don't know what it was, but the game is awesome.
I see the craze behind it. It's pretty fun. It's funny when you do online. You could tell the people who are on your level. Then you know the ones who have been on there for a bit.
Forever.
Well, yeah, they've been playing for a while.
There was one dude who was just scoring at will in seconds. I'm like, how do I stop him? He just
we
keeps scoring.
Yeah, we got shut out like
It was
that
like
game.
7. I think it was like
8 zip.
7-zip or something like that.
Damn.
We won like all the other games we
Yeah,
played.
we
You
actually
guys,
beat a
you
lot
guys
of
sound surprised for some reason.
I'm
Listen.
surprised we lost like that.
Listen.
I think we're gelling as a team in that game.
Well, I don't know.
Well, not like the first time.
It's the first time
Played
I've
Rocket
ever
League.
played the game.
It's the second
Yeah.
time I played.
We've been playing that for years.
Doesn't matter though.
And it's been
It
around for what?
should.
10 years? 11
It
years?
should matter.
It's been out for a
11
while.
seasons.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing about Turbo when you start giving him some wins in these competitive games. This is our first time playing. I think we're actually a good team. I'm like, dude, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We gotta win.
We won
against-
one game. He was like, "We can go elite. We can go pro." Like what?
I'm like, I'm still
Pro.
figuring how to play.
Nah,
We probably barely beat 5-year-olds talking about we can go pro.
Nah, you gotta understand. It's the physics, man. The way we hit the balls. It's just like the way. It's just like it's
What balls?
Yo.
There's only one ball in the game.
Bro.
He did it on purpose.
Easy there.
Mad
easy.
sus.
nah, man.
Listen,
Yikes.
he can handle
only
one ball.
I've only
can have
played
one
Rocket
ball.
League one time.
You give him
It's
2, it
fun.
gets a little sloppy.
It is fun.
It's fun. It's a great game. I had a great.
I don't know what the hell
You can
I'm
play
doing.
4-on-4 in that game.
You could,
Yeah.
but I think
Yeah, you
it's
could-
not
really?
competitively
Yeah.
though. I think it's
Oh.
it's like a
Yeah,
it's like
free for
one
all.
mode.
Oh,
It's a
free for all.
Gotcha.
It's not free for all. It's like it is 4-on-4, but they don't have like a competitive league for it. They do it for the 2 versus 2 and the 3v3.
Oh, for real?
We got ourselves a black screen.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, there it
So
goes.
it is.
Okay,
yeah.
there it goes.
But
Joel,
it's-
you ever mess with Rocket League?
So yeah, okay. So I used to have a guy on Media Glitch who wore a different mask every day. You remember this guy? Were you guys back then?
I
let me
don't
see.
think so.
He's
Kept
he's
wearing
like a
different
Rocket
masks?
League master, right? And he made the mistake of putting me on his team one time, and I think we were streaming it, and man, I was getting hammered, crushed,
Mm.
and then finally I had the ball, and I'm just like, yes, this is it. I hit it, man, from downtown, score, but it was an ours.
Oh.
It was an our goal.
Oh no.
So look, like okay, I stopped playing sports games after like Pat Riley's basketball, right?
Yo, Pat Riley's basketball on Genesis was fire, bro.
Damn.
Right.
Way back.
Or Joe Montana Sports Talk.
That was actually
They-
good. I like that.
Everything after that, it wasn't for me,
No
If it
NBA
wasn't
Jam?
double dribble, it's getting no play, right? So, you combine 2 things that I'm really bad at, I don't like, is sports and driving games.
Really?
Yeah.
Driving
So,
games.
oh, dude, I am so bad at driving games.
Even arcade racers?
Not even
At-
Mario Kart.
Ask anyone who's even ridden with me. I'm a bad driver in real life.
Oh man.
I'm not even kidding you. I had a brand new car. I'm a minivan man. Honda Odyssey, the Lexus of minivans. Just drove it off the lot. And Tree Gaming comes to the house, and he's holding that bar because he's just like so scared of my driving.
Scared
He
of his
rips the bar off the roof.
Oh.
Scared for
I'm
his
looking
life.
at it, I'm like, bro, I just spent all this money on this car, and you're already doing this to me. But so, just to give you a little bit of how it goes, right?
Oh man.
You want to be safe.
You know what Rocket League reminded me of, even though it's like completely different. What was that game on the Genesis? Was it like Powerball or something like that?
Yes.
You know when you have
Yeah.
the ball and you like charge up and you hit them
Yeah.
and you take the ball from them.
It's like
and score.
football, soccer.
Yeah, it remind me so much of that for some reason. 'Cause
Pretty
the
sure they had
premise
that in
is
mind
the
when
same.
they made it.
Yeah. It's fun as fuck though. I really enjoyed Rocket. I would keep playing it.
It's
I
like Rocket
would.
League football.
Yeah.
But
But
instead of
It'll be on the channel
But-
again,
Soccer.
definitely.
but you won't find me talking shit to I mean, I'm years behind in this game, so
Yeah,
you know.
man.
yeah, I've seen people
Oh,
jump.
You're
and
coming
flip.
real late in the game.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Exactly.
We're
It's
gonna
like people trying to join
Next, I'm playing Roblox.
join us in Dead by Daylight
Yeah,
for
pretty
the
much.
first time.
We also played Gears 5. We had the 5-player.
Oh, the horde.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
was sick.
That
Yes.
is always one of the funnest gaming experiences. Is the 5-player horde mode. It's so fun.
That stream worked out.
I
Yeah.
wanted give me intermediate, man. I didn't even know we were on beginner, dude.
Yep.
We were having problems on beginner.
No,
No,
man,
no.
we're
What
doing good.
you
We're
talking
doing
about?
good,
Just
man.
look at me
Come
right
on.
there. Do I look like I'm not get that guy out of here? Pop, pop.
It's amateur. hour.
Pop, pop. Get it. Man, look at that. Pop, get out of
You
here.
had to empty a clip in him.
Come on. But it's like a rifle, dude. It's not like a. It's not like
I think
an
by the
assault
time we got to the end, we were ready for normal.
Yeah. Agreed.
Got the hang of it.
Agreed.
rifle. We good.
I've never played Gears. I think me and Cag, like the audience has asked for it several times. So I think, Cag's going to hook me up with one of those free Game Pass codes. And we'll go through some of those Gears games. Because in all honesty, I've always wanted to go through them.
Oh, you never even played the regular campaign?
Nope.
Wow.
You're in for a treat, sir.
Yeah, Gears is
Wow.
fun, especially
Wow.
multiplayer.
They're awesome, dude. Really
Yeah, I'm
good.
ready. What's funny is I've even done Gears of War panels, and I had to like fake and lie my way through. I was just like Googling stuff the night before. I'm all like, oh yeah, so you died, right? And this, I'm just trying to figure it out.
Hopefully they don't ask you specific questions.
Oh, when they get specifics. I'm like,
They're like,
oh.
what do you
It was honestly in my whole because I've moderated. I don't even know how many panels I've moderated for video game companies or whatever are different stars and actors. The Gears of the War one, and I'm not going to mention any names, and I never put it on there, but the dude that was there was such a cunt. Like I just could not. I hated him, and I hated the and it wasn't like we went off on each other or anything. But anyway, I'm not going to say nothing. I can't say no more.
We'll leave it at that.
We gonna have to talk about that off camera.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's
But like I had to do Halo panel too with like Master Chief and everything. Never, I played like one.
Oh,
I played the story of Halo 1.
At least you
But
did
I
that.
did do the honor because I know Halo is a franchise that's very respected. I watched every cutscene before I went into it. So at least
Okay.
I did that.
Okay.
so it was like a movie night.
Exactly.
Do it.
And holy cow, it was like 8 movies. It was so long.
That's like if I hosted a panel for Halo, I'd be like,
Don't you? I would be like, no, I am not saying a word.
You gotta swap it for chalk.
Yeah.
I'm kind of rusty. I'd have to do some research too.
I'd be silent.
I know all about it.
Yeah.
Why am I here?
Arbiter
Arbiter.
Wow.
That's all you need to
and
remember. The
Master
Arbiter.
Chef.
Oh boy.
Master Chef.
Yep.
Al, what'd you play?
I finished Ghost Trick.
Oh,
I
you beat
started
that?
last week. Yeah, it's a short game.
You figured out the whole thing. They didn't stump you.
Pretty
The
easy.
mystery.
It wasn't that.
I told you it was the teapot, wasn't it?
Nah.
It was the lamppost.
It wasn't.
It was an
man.
interesting story. Interesting story. But yeah,
All right.
it's a
Mass
bunch of murders.
produced in the house.
It's a bunch of murders that
produced.
you have to get used to.
I
Shout out,
tweeted
shout
it
out,
out,
shout
so you might get some glitchers coming in.
Yeah, glitchers.
Come here, glitches.
Oh, you got Gordo in there as well.
Gordo.
The CAG man.
Gordo, Steve. Yes.
What's going on? What's going
Cag
on?
man.
There we go.
Hell
But
yeah.
that's pretty much it, man. That's all I had time for.
That's all you played?
That's all I had time for. Yeah.
Oh, we've been playing Mega Man 11, right? Too.
You had a
on-
couple
on-
of streams on Mega Man 11. I saw some.
Me and Gordo.
You and Gordo playing that.
I love that. That's the best.
I love the
Mega
way
Man.
I love the way
love
it looks. It's just
Man,
missing Mega
it's
Man music.
beautiful.
It doesn't have Mega Man music though. That's the thing that's missing.
I think there's some Mega Man.
So it's a
music
tough
in
game,
there.
right?
I don't know. I was too enamored by the graphics and how beautiful it looks. I never even noticed the music. Who cares? It looks so freaking beautiful. It's like playing a little Mega Man anime. You know
And
what I'm
look,
saying?
the art and the graphics, they're really awesome. They really are.
Man.
I can't stand the people who are like, we want the retro look, the pixel art next time. It's like, just play those
can't
old
stand
Mega
this?
Man. There's freaking 11, there's 10 Mega Man that are like that. Or
I didn't know
6,
there was
7.
any hate.
Between what?
You said you can't stand us.
Not you guys. I can't stand people who got a problem with,
That's
keep
him.
asking
That's
for.
him. Is what he's saying.
Is
yeah.
that did you? You want you?
Damn, you late, man. Jesus Christ.
Sticks, I never knew that
So
you wanted. I
late.
never knew you wanted an extra pixel freaking Mega Man
Pizza.
sequel
No, I'm not a fan of the art design
Wow.
of
of
11.
that particular one. I don't want it to look
A
8-bit.
Mega Man 11?
Yeah,
You don't like Mega 11? What?
It's not my favorite. Not my favorite look for Mega Man. But
Man, you are smoking it. Again, you're smoking that
I
rock.
had to pick. You made me pick up the game, Joel. I had to play it.
I think it's the perfect evolution for his look. For
Yeah.
Mega
I think
Man's
it's
look.
more the control
Yeah.
that I didn't like too much of. I don't mind the look. It's not bad.
Well, it's more than 2 buttons, so I can see how that's complicated to you.
No,
I get it, Sticks.
Listen, Mega Man controls a certain way in his games. That one controls a slight bit different. It's not to say
Sticks,
it's
you're
bad.
smoking
It's not
crack.
bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's more like the Gears of War reboot. It's kind of like that.
Fire.
It's kind of like that for me.
Down. Wow.
I like
It's
the
gonna be
older
a
ones.
night, kids.
I like I like the other ones better.
Well, you remember Mega
It
Man?
is beautiful.
All right,
though.
you
Look how
remember
beautiful that is.
That is beautiful. Though.
Ooh.
It reminds me
Sticks
of
tripping.
it reminds me of Mega Man's like what 8?
But no, it looks better than Mega Man 8.
I know it looks better. It looks better, but
Mega
it
Man
reminds me
8
of Mega
looks
Man
like
8.
now like not HD. You know,
And
that's what
honestly,
looks
this
faded.
is one of the most underwhelming boards. Like when you get to that board and the whole half of the screen is on fire and it's chasing after you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, I have to play it. I haven't played anything since what 8. Yeah, that was the last
Really?
Mega Man I played.
That was the
yeah.
last one. Huh.
Yeah, 9.
I gotta
10.
thank Sticks for
yeah.
being on the show too, for reviewing Devil's Crush.
Well, you're welcome.
Oh,
trying to
graphics, right?
Yeah.
Trying to
was
say
Alien
it's better
Crush.
than
It was
Alien,
Alien
Crush.
Crush.
No, Alien Crush. Trying to say it's better than Devil's Crush.
No, I said I enjoyed it more. I didn't say it was better. I
And
said
then
I
right after the
enjoyed it
review,
more.
if you haven't watched it, right after the review, I'm like, I don't know what he's smoking, but
yes, exactly.
Oh man.
Damn.
But yes, Alien
but
Crush
thank
is
you for
mine.
your participation in that.
Man, listen, anytime.
Chuck, how was Fighter Fridays, man?
Fighter Fridays was fun. It was fun.
Sorry I couldn't be there.
I was beating people up.
You
For
hit
the
me
most
up like
part.
an hour before you started. I'm like, oh man, I had a movie premiere that night.
I
Mm.
thought
SAG just went
everyone-
on freaking strike. It was not a crazy. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, I could.
Oh,
freaking-
wow.
The strike, I could imagine.
Yeah, I thought everyone was on the same page from Wednesday night, but I guess I
Well, yeah. What I told Cag was I was watching you guys, but I was also at my daughter's youth group, so I was like kind of listening when I could.
Yeah.
So when you guys planned this whole thing out, I heard none of that.
Reggie heard, and he totally didn't.
That's what I heard.
so-
And I just heard Reggie chickened out.
Ooh,
Damn.
I
At
didn't
least
say that.
From Cag's standpoint, I heard that Reggie chickened out.
I'll tell you,
Reggie Chicken.
that's
Yeah.
that. I think that's what started the whole fight Saturday night, and it just grew.
He
He
led the
left,
charge.
he left his man out there.
He led the charge.
Let his man alone out there to fight a whole squad.
He led the charge. So.
For real.
Damn, Reggie.
Dude,
Yeah.
I fought Riken's Zangief. I think it was Zangief, right?
Yeah,
He was a bunch of
He's
people.
dangerous with every character. It's
I was like, I don't want to fight.
I had a
y'all
great time,
no
Mike.
more.
I had
I
a
got
great
one
time.
round. I was like, okay. And then he had these moves where he just had no punish time. I was like, how did you throw the punch and another punch is there and another punch is there? I'm like, Zangief shouldn't be fast. He shouldn't be fast.
he has those wrestler chops.
He
Bro.
shouldn't be fast.
Riken says, was Fighter Fridays fun, Turbo?
Yes, it was. I had a great time. I had a great time.
Oh,
I fought his Chung-Li and his DJ. I took a round off his Chung-Li.
Yeah,
I
I
saw.
won most of my sets. I only lost to JP and Riken actually.
Oh yeah, I wasn't fighting JP at all.
So
I don't blame you.
That was the end of the stream for me. I saw
Are you
that,
the
I was
best
like,
Street
I'm not fighting
Fighter
him.
out of you guys?
Temporarily.
He
for
got
now.
there. He got there.
For now.
I
For
got the
now.
chalk. That last week it was. We'll see what happens this week.
It's a showdown.
I'm not even. I can't even contend right now. I'm trying to main Dawson, so that's gonna take a long time.
Oh, that's
Yo,
gonna
Dawson?
fuck a lot of people up.
Oh yeah.
Because no one knows what the fuck he does.
Yeah, I barely know how to fight Dawson when the CPU's using it.
Yeah, he's just.
no one uses them. That's
No, Dawson is sick.
Yeah.
Jay, that's your.
I,
like
I
some-
never
that's your
run into
character.
Dawson's online. Never.
no.
But when you run
won't.
into a Dawson, they're dangerous.
I've watched.
Yeah, if you run
tournaments
into
where
Dawson, you should run.
I've watched.
Is anyone dumb enough to do that? Is a master at it. I'm not yet, so but I will. I want to be that guy.
I think there's always a character in fighting games that like is very difficult to use, but if you master him, no one knows what the fuck to do.
Oh yeah.
Dawson's one of those characters.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
He's definitely one of
Oh
them.
yeah. And I finally started Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's so weird. My son just started playing that too.
Nice.
Literally this weekend.
Yeah, and I'm upset that these guys put me onto this game because I spent maybe an hour and a half just chopping up orcs. I did like 2 missions. I was just running around chopping orcs up.
Well, you love Arkham. You love Batman Arkham series. So
Yeah.
you're gonna play the hell out of it.
Yeah, I know,
This
and
game's
I'm not going to do
incredible.
anything.
But that Nemesis system is just
This
awesome,
game,
man.
this game's incredible.
It gives it endless
Where's
playability,
Spiegel?
man.
I only
I have a love hate with the game.
Oh,
I only died once. I didn't get killed by one of the orcs. I got killed by one of the dogs. So there was no nemesis system.
I'm about to say that
involved.
dog. I'm about to say that dog got promoted.
Yeah, there's no way.
I'll be damned.
I was about to say I never heard of that.
I was like, not like this, Ben.
Wait, you have a problem with the game, Joe?
Well, I don't want to say nothing if he's playing it.
Well, it's
Oh,
it's gonna ruin it.
Yeah, don't
yeah,
spoil
yeah.
it. Please don't spoil it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I love the game, and I'll say that all the way up to a certain thing happens.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
like,
You mess with the sequel?
heck no, not after what they did to me on the first one. I was like,
That's too
when you have me back, ask me.
I'm dying to know.
Yeah, that's.
You want to know?
No.
Does
No,
it
don't spoil
ruin the story or no?
Well, if it's,
Nah, don't spoil it. Nah, see,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah,
it's-
probably.
it's-
It
It
doesn't.
All right.
I'm not going to say nothing about
No.
the storyline. I'm gonna. Well,
no, don't do it.
Yo, tell Eric in the Twitter chat.
Yeah.
No, I want to hear it. He's
No,
not, he's not
no,
gonna
you just
spoil
want
it.
shit ruined all the
bro.
time.
He's not going
No
to spoil the
spoiling.
story. He's not going to spoil the story.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't
I'm not going to spoil nothing. But yeah.
I need to
Okay,
get to
let's
that
move
game,
on.
too.
You can tell
I need
me.
to get to-
You can tell me. You can tell Stallion. But
So, what you been playing?
What'd you play, Turbo?
Mostly Xenoblade 3. Mostly Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Well, no, Fighter Fridays, I played that Street Fighter 6.
Did you play Street Fighter?
Forget you guys, all
It
right?
didn't look like you were playing.
Yeah,
Forget
'cause
You
it looked
lost.
like
I'm-
you were standing
I'm coming
still.
for all you guys. I'm tired of
No,
this.
you're not.
The Street Fighter dominance for
Pause.
years. It's coming.
Who's the
together.
worst? Who's the worst fighter out of you guys?
Right now, it's Turbo.
Oh, okay.
It's true. He's
not
not
wrong.
bad, but you're the worst out of us.
Well, he's
wrong.
not arguing the point, so I guess we're good.
yeah,
Because Turbo has
he
to
has
win.
to eat the
You gotta
crow.
win
He has to eat the
before
crow
you can
right
say
now.
anything.
It's that was last week. I will see what happens this next
Well,
week.
yeah, the three
We'll
of
find out,
the
we'll
three of
find
y'all play right now. Me and Al don't play the game, so I mean, you would have to say me or Al, but the ones who play it, I guess, from what
I
I've
could
been
probably
hearing.
beat Turbo.
Damn, I could.
Yo.
I never really had a problem with Turbo when I played Street Fighter, so I mean, you know, so you're probably right.
I'm not saying nothing. We'll see what happens when you pick up a controller. And we're waiting to see that happens, and we'll see what happens after that.
We're supposed to be a team. We're supposed to be a team. We're
We'll
supposed to go against the world.
Whatever.
you should talk about Xenoblade.
yeah. He don't want to talk about it.
it.
He does not want to talk about it.
Trying to save you here.
No,
Trying
Xenoblade
to
3.
say it.
It's awesome. I got to point to the story. You remember Phantasy Star 2, right? When they I'm gonna reveal spoilers for Phantasy Star 2. Okay, Phantasy Star 2. You know when you get to Lutz? You know
Yes.
that part. They have a part like that in Xenoblade
Is that
Chronicles
him?
3. You know, so it's like it was that I was like, oh, this is kind of like, and this is the thing about Xenoblade Chronicles. It's definitely influenced by Phantasy Star. I think Phantasy Star turn-based would have evolved into Xenoblade Chronicles 3
There's
had
nothing like Xenogears.
it.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like Xenoblade.
Ooh, I like where Bazaar's at right now. He said, I think Stal might learn the game fast.
He can learn
Well,
the game
no,
as
it's
fast as he
like-
wants. He can get killed fast too.
Whoa.
Who cares? Let him learn the
You
game.
used to play with Ryu back in the Alpha. Yeah, you can play Alpha style in Street Fighter 6, but
You just can't air block.
Yeah, you just have to forget there's no air block. You know.
So Xenoblade?
Kevin's like, I don't care about this game.
I'm
I
almost
already,
at the
I already
end.
tried to save him. Man.
I'm
That's why he's
already
just
at the end of. I'm almost at the end of that.
digging
Nah.
that hole, man.
It's like that. No, and I'm playing the DLC for what was it? Final Fantasy
Fantasy.
7 remake. It's really awesome. So I got that going.
All right, nice.
I still haven't even touched that game.
I don't know why you waiting.
That game is
It's-
awesome.
I've had
busy.
Diablo 4 since
Oh,
day one, and
gosh.
I've played like 2 hours online, if that.
There's
Final
only 100
Fantasy
hours.
16 is here. I love it. I got to get to it.
Bizarre beat that, he said.
Bizarre beat that.
I've been hearing a lot of good things about that.
Bizarre doesn't play around. He takes like the days off just to beat these games.
He was
right?
Man, it's gonna
Final
take me-
Fantasy 16 has some of the most epic things I've ever seen in a video game.
Wow.
Mm.
Some people are saying that. Some people
I
are like,
gotta-
yo,
I gotta get
It's
to it.
it's crazy like that. More people aren't talking about it.
wow.
I have to get to
I
it.
gotta play that.
I'm playing shorter games right now because I have so many I've started. I'm just gonna start beating those games, regardless of what you say.
I didn't say anything.
I started up Hi-Fi Rush again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had to get back to it. I was like 6 hours into it.
So
and I'm
pretty.
like, listen, I got to get through this game.
This game looks
Nothing in this game
great.
is stopping me from beating the game, so I'm just going to beat the game. It's dope. I enjoyed it a lot, but there was so much out, I just didn't get back to it.
You beat it
Right.
though.
No. I'm like 6
Oh my
hours in.
goodness.
I beat
And it's
Hi-Fi
probably,
Rush.
20 hours?
What's the last game you beat, Sticks? And don't say Fantasy Star 2.
No, I wish I beat Fantasy Star 2.
You didn't even beat Fantasy Star 2?
Hell no, that game's hard as hell.
Dude, I'm done. I'm done.
He said, I'm done.
You remember the freaking dam, the labyrinths? No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, the dams are foul.
Yeah,
Fantasy
Ball.
Star 2 is a long
Not doing
game, though.
Ever.
Like,
The Green
It's-
Dam, especially.
Not
punishing.
doing that ever.
It's,
No.
it's very
I
punishing.
watched them play it as a kid. I'm not
Our other
playing.
brother quit
Not
games
playing.
because of Fantasy Star 2.
Yeah.
Not
what?
playing.
Yeah, he put the Genesis controller into the wooden dresser.
Listen, I saw the
Oh,
story.
my.
I know the characters. I read the books. No, I didn't.
I'm about to say, you lying ass.
Because there was no saves inside the dungeons during that Phantasy Star 2, right? You're just like, you died. That was it. You were at the beginning.
It's pretty vicious, man.
Yeah.
So I learned Hi-Fi Rush again, quickly. Like, you know, you get back to a game like that, I'm like, I don't remember the buttons. I don't remember the combos or nothing. But I picked it up. I'm good. I'm back at it. So, yeah. How what'd you say, 20 hours?
I don't remember because with me, like I look around for everything
Yeah.
when I play the game.
Yeah, you have
so
to.
It's just like
You have to. You can't
Yeah.
not. You have to go every nick and cranny in this game. You have to pick up.
yeah, but
It's just how it's made.
it's super replayable. So
It's so much like a Dreamcast game. I
say,
love
I
it.
would say like maybe 25.
It looks
hours.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's smooth. It's so smooth.
And the
It's no Mega
soundtrack
Man
is
11, but it looks beautiful.
The
It's like-
soundtrack
it's-
is sick too.
It's how I would want to see a Mega Man Legends if they did it over. I want to see it look like that.
Right on.
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I what did it say? I beat a couple of bosses, but it said, I beat 2 of the main guys.
Okay.
So it said there's 4 more. So I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
And I'm 5-6 hours in, so I was like, okay, so it's probably about 25 hours.
Yeah, man.
But if I do that daily, I should beat the game by next week. So we'll see.
But what was the answer to that question, though?
Last game I beat,
Yeah.
man. Listen, I told you.
I just want to know. I haven't heard it.
Listen, I tried to play Action Fighter.
Oh, what about Action Fighter? What the?
Yeah.
What?
I tried the arcade game. It's terrible.
Nah, didn't you play?
Did you beat
I beat Prehistoric Isle. That was the last game I beat. I told you.
No.
Nah, that beat 'em up that we played one day.
I beat him up.
Didn't you play?
What?
Beat 'em ups don't count. Anyone can beat them.
What about Metal Gear Revenge? Did you
I'm
beat
talking
that?
about a real game.
Yeah, that was a while ago. That was
That-
ages
That's
ago.
like
Put
the
some
last
time
one.
into
That's not the last. Come on, get out of here.
What's the last one though? I'm trying to remember. I'm like, wait,
I
what's
don't
next
remember.
beat?
I don't remember.
God of War Ragnarok.
Nah.
I beat that.
Was that after? That was before.
That was after.
That was
You
after
beat something else
Metal Gear?
after that?
Yes.
It's
I beat 3 games last week. They were all. I beat Kid Nicky.
No, that's not.
Come on, what are you talking
no. We talking about
Arcade
like,
ones don't count. You
They're
just
called like
put
30 minute
unlimited
games.
credits
Put in
and you
more
roll through and they're
credits.
15
We're talking
minutes
about like
long.
games.
Yeah.
Is Kid Nicky Goman?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, he's not.
It
No.
reminds me of a Dragon Ball. Though.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll get back to you on that. I'll figure
Yo,
it out.
Sticks be lying.
Listen.
Somebody type in the chat.
Yeah, in the
if
chat,
you
let us
guys,
know.
If you guys remember the episode, the podcast episode.
What did I last beat? Elden Ring was last year.
He hasn't beat a
At
game
least
in a year.
I beat,
Yo,
at least I
bizarre
beat that.
straight.
Joel didn't beat Elden
I
Ring
did
yet.
not beat it yet. Listen, Elden Ring came out in a crazy time in my life. Come see something. But you know what? I totally forgot a game that I've been putting crazy mad hours in.
Mm.
And you would never, I'm not streaming it because no one would ever imagine me playing this or streaming it.
Pokemon.
Yo,
Pokemon.
Noid.
Barbie.
Pokemon.
No,
Monster Hunter.
it's Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Oh, really?
What?
Isn't
When
that
you
like
get-
SimCity?
Wasn't that on
Yeah, when you get into it,
PS Plus?
oh man, it's so addicting. I'm telling you.
Huh.
Be careful. I didn't know. It was free.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
loaded it up,
Mm.
just started messing around, and man, I was just like, it was nighttime. I was like, dang, and I still had my pajamas on. I'm like, what's happening? Like I was just in it.
I
I
downloaded
totally
it.
forgot about that one.
Jurassic
I
Park,
did not even
wow.
try to download it.
I
I
got it
just saw
free.
that. I was like, nah.
I got it free. I didn't.
Dude,
I didn't play. it.
Same. But I didn't care.
Like I'm just not. Those aren't my type of games at
Same.
all.
Wow.
But I was like, you know what, man? Let me just do the tutorial, see how this thing works out.
Wow.
Boom, I'm in.
And no bizarre. It wasn't Sifu
Jay ain't beat no
after the
Sifu.
patch. I did 2.
Wait, this is the game?
Shut up.
Yo, he's so angry.
Yeah, that's the game.
This is the game.
Yeah. It's like a.
Hold on,
You
let
build
me
a
fast
park.
forward. Oh man.
You build a park.
But you gotta go capture these dinosaurs. You bring them in, you gotta enclose them in the cages. You can even put like the little goat and it comes up and they just devour that mother. You know, it's
I
kind of
heard it was good though. And I did hear it was very good.
Oh man. This is
Better
so,
than the Genesis one that they're
Wow.
bringing out again.
Stop.
You know
it's
that
so not my type
know
of
that-
game.
Genesis one's solid. What are you talking about?
they're bringing out the collection. It was the Game Boy one, the Genesis one, and the Super Nintendo.
There's a side-scrolling one, right? The tough one.
You didn't
Yeah.
like the Genesis one?
Oh, I didn't like much for Genesis. I'm sorry.
Damn. Now.
Damn.
All right.
Every
I
time
wasn't
he
a
says
Genesis
that.
What?
guy.
Why are we even friends with
I was
this?
just
Like, like
You're trying to tell
you
me you
guys,
didn't like Rocket Knight?
quit.
Listen,
Like you got to be
You didn't like
friends. Like,
Comic
you got to
Zone?
take that
I had
pipe away.
Sonic-
Vector Man.
I had
Before he
Sonic
goes live.
Spinball. I had Sonic
You
Spinball.
made bad choices.
I had
Yeah,
Target Earth.
He blames the
I had-
system for his bad
Well,
choices.
Sonic Spinball is horrible.
I had
It runs at 2
Thunderblade.
frames a second.
I had Thunderblade.
Thunderblade was great.
Oh my gosh, that's the worst of them all. There's nothing worse than
No,
than
Target
Super
Earth was worse
Thunderblade.
than all of them. Target Earth was worse than all of them.
Streets
you
of
probably
Rage
never even
1,
played
2,
it.
and 3.
Dude, I
Gold
hate
Max,
Thunderblade with
Gunstar
a passion.
Heroes,
I had Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That was all I had that was good for Genesis. I was a Super Nintendo kid.
You didn't have Evander Holyfield's Real Deal
No,
Boxing?
man. Everyone else had
Shoot.
Genesis.
You didn't have Pit Fighter?
I watched
Pit Fighter
Dynamite,
all day.
Dynamite
Fighter,
Duke.
get out of here.
Pit Fighter all day.
Great.
I like Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Holyfield, right?
Hell yeah.
Evander
Real Deal
Holyfield, Real Deal Boxing. That was good. I even liked and a lot of people hate it, the Buster Douglas.
That was bad.
Yeah.
didn't
James
play
Buster
Buster
Douglas.
Douglas.
You just
I
Was
played
that
you
side
load up
scrolling?
Jason, you load up Jason,
Side
you just
scrolling.
slam him with the pow,
That
the
was
elbow.
side.
I
That was,
read-
a side
Was
view.
that when they were like from the waist up?
Yes.
Side- oh,
Sideways.
yeah, yeah.
No,
No,
Buster
no,
Douglas
Holyfield.
is full on.
That's full.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Full
that's,
scrolling,
yeah, full sprite.
What the hell is the one
Side
I'm thinking
scrolling?
of then?
Probably Vander.
That was good
Yeah,
for the
Holyfield
time.
was
Holyfield
just, yeah.
half
That was half
Yeah.
a body. Okay.
It wasn't
Holyfield
good
was
for the
half.
time.
That Buster
I
Douglas-
rented that and I was like,
No
nah.
boxing game for Genesis, man.
It can't hold up the punch out, but still.
My
Rocky-
brother-
No,
Holyfield was
and that's what's
fire.
crazy is how many years and how many boxing games we've had. None of them even come close to Punch Out.
Oh,
Why
no.
is that?
Not even.
Why can't
Yeah,
they
yeah,
get
yeah.
this right?
Yeah, right.
That's
Ready to
Not-
rumble.
Well, it depends what
Not
people
even
want.
close.
Ready to Rumble's fun, but it doesn't.
No.
It's not
No.
Punch Out.
no, it's
No.
not. Yeah.
But Ring King.
Ring
The Ring King.
to knock
That's
him out
funny.
the ring.
Oh, that's what you had back then, right? Like so.
Ring King.
I remember that song. Jesus.
I've only played Horizon Forbidden
Nice.
West.
Mm.
I
On
am.
purpose?
Hell yeah!
Wow.
Hell yeah! This game's the shit. I'm 30
Such
hours.
a bore fest.
No
Yeah.
way. No way. 30 hours in. I think I got like maybe 3 missions till it's like over.
Nice.
The main quest. I'm actually trying to do some side shit just so I can boost the character up, just so I don't end up getting screwed over at the end like Mikey B usually does when he plays these games.
Dang.
But it was funny. Today I was playing, and the PS4 one always runs into some glitches all the time. I always run into some glitches, and I was trying to do a couple of like side missions or whatever, and I don't know, run into like a bunch of these like robots that are very tough. But by the end of it, I had like one shot to kill him, and he like charged me, and I let it go, and the screen went black, and it said error message with the disc. I said,
Yo.
I was like, this fucking game.
That's the worst.
I'm surprised it came out for PS4 to begin
I'm
with.
surprised too. They
Oh,
should have
like,
just
wow.
kept it as a freaking
That and
exclusive
God of
for
War.
PS5.
Listen,
Yeah.
they're trying to make sales, man.
I mean, I didn't have too many issues with mine. I have the PS4 Pro, but
That's what he's
That's a
playing
pro.
on.
I'm playing on
Really?
it. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
I'm
playing
borrowing
on-
it from Mikey B's, and he had no issues. I always get the texture thing that pops up. I always get the screen going black because it's loading the next area.
He has the OG.
That
PS4
doesn't sound
too.
like a game issue. It sounds like your PS4
Yeah,
Yeah.
has some issues.
probably.
Is
It's
it
like
up?
dirty. You gotta clean it.
Nah,
Is it
Probably.
updated?
he said nah.
I don't
dusty
know.
as
that
all.
ain't mine.
Damn.
I'm just playing it.
It's mine.
Jeez.
Shay's dusty ass fucking
Listen,
PS4.
I'm playing a PS5. I have a
Damn.
PS5. All right, I don't play that no more. But I still have to play the one for PS5.
I think that game is interesting. The amount of people who like and dislike it. That
What was
that
your gripe
game.
with it?
What's that?
What's your gripe with it?
I never played the second one, and
Okay.
I the first one I played, and I put a good 20 hours in, but I just couldn't get behind the protagonist. I just
Okay.
didn't like her at all. Nothing about the story was captivating me.
Mm.
And as far as gameplay and graphics and everything, it was fine, except for like some of the motion graphics. When I was talking to people, like I was like, "What the heck is wrong with these people? They look weird." But other than that, I mean, it's not my style. It's not like where like I have legitimate gripes like with God of War or something,
You know what's funny? As he was saying that, I know exactly what he's talking about because that was my problems with the first one. I thought Aloy was okay, but I thought
not
she was
super charismatic.
I
or
thought she
anything.
was a little wooden, and I
Yeah.
thought the
Yeah,
other
big time.
and the other characters I didn't care about in part one.
Okay.
Part two, I think they fixed all these problems because I found myself
That more character.
they have more character and there's more story to everything that they're talking about. Because before I honestly didn't care about the story.
Oh, I couldn't tell you another character.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
game.
but like this time around, I'm like, oh, they're actually I like this, and this helps a lot too. They added a lot of music and a lot of areas that rather than just you running around, you're hearing your footsteps all the fucking
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes it kind of just empty. So they fixed a lot of those problems that I had.
I got addicted to part 1.
and it's easily better than the first one. And I'm not even done with it. It's easily better than the first one. And I like the first one a lot.
I got addicted to that one. Doing all the missions, it was ridiculous.
Okay, this 2 is incredible. 2 is incredible. I love it to death. But yeah, I think that was the problem. I'm glad they fixed those things. Her
I
personality.
think it's just the movie director in me. Like
Well, yeah, you see things differently.
cinematically, I'm all like, oh no, this isn't good.
It's the same reason I don't play Zelda, because of the characters.
That's because you suck.
They got good characters. They
I
got
don't
good
like any of the
characters.
characters in a Zelda game, ever.
Well, I tried Breath of the Wild too. It's fun. I just kept like I'd go away and I'd come back. I was like, what was I doing? Forget it.
Yeah. that happens.
Yeah.
I
Those
wouldn't
games
say
are
I wouldn't
massive.
go as far as saying I hate Zelda though.
Those games are massive. Very
The second one
giant
is
games.
ridiculously big.
Giant games, dude. But that is all I'm playing. That is all I'm playing.
All right.
Okay.
Hopefully I'm done by that game by next week and I can start one of these fucking Metroidvania pixel games because I've been getting
Like
that itch.
Metroid?
Nah.
You ever gonna play Metroid?
What I tell you, waiting for the fucking $40 drop,
It's
man.
never dropping
It
under
did-
$43.
It's gonna hit-
never ever.
It's gonna be $39.99.
Buy it from
alright?
someone used on eBay.
I'll buy it from Kev.
Buy it from
Wow.
me. I got the collector's edition.
Oh yeah,
So-
the Dread one, the collectors. Nice.
I'll give you 15.
The big box.
He's not giving you
Just
anything.
keep the box and everything else. Just send the cartridge.
That little ass cartridge in the mail. That thing's gonna
Just send it as the
crushed.
stamp.
It's actually a really beautiful collector's edition they did for that.
Yeah, no one's ever seen it in store. Never.
Really?
I didn't even know there was
Sells
one.
out that fast.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
every special edition is gone before you see it now.
I went right in the store and bought mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Not around here.
So
Remember you tried to get let's go. Your
A Fire
special
Emblem
edition?
Three Houses, yeah, and Engage, and no,
Like
You got
2
to
months.
one of those.
2 months beforehand, tried to pre-order. Said
Nope.
sold
Tried
out.
to-
It said not
2
available.
months
Said not
beforehand?
available.
Wow.
And then when it was available, the second it was
it
available.
was gone.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They never let me get those.
Yeah, bots get those. All
Well,
right.
With that being said,
What time is it?
Mike cleaning
ladies,
those.
because me. Okay,
Wow.
it is time for the news.
I don't know the
The
song. I just did my
sabotage.
own.
He
You
said, "Toodaloo."
You like how it had no effect? Though.
Yeah. We stayed the course. We stayed the course.
Oh, I wasn't trying to mess you up. I was just trying to,
It
acapella,
harmonized.
son.
No, it harmonized perfectly with it, so it didn't do anything.
Joel was that guy in the crowd going, "Doodaloo."
All right. So, Switch is used to help rescue a missing girl from abductor.
What?
So in my head, I'm thinking a kidnapper is going after somebody, and he realizes that someone's playing a Switch, and he just happens to walk over there instead. No,
Wow.
explain what happened to her.
No, there was I think it was August 2022 or something. There was a girl who was met some dude online. Virginia, wound up in Arizona to meet him. He captures her, and I think she didn't
What's wrong
stay.
with people?
She didn't stay very long with him, which is cool. But he abducts her, and he tries to get her into child porn or whatever.
What?
So she was missing for a while, and the reason the FBI was able to find her because the guy let her use a Nintendo Switch. He let her use a Nintendo Switch in the house. So one of her friends saw her online, knew she was missing, and immediately alerted the authorities.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. So it's
And they were able to track the Switch?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. That's exactly what happened.
Okay.
What is wrong with this world?
Yeah. It's
The
a-
people?
Yeah, the people.
The
indeed.
people.
I will say this: I'm glad that the Switch finally did something right.
There you
know what I'm
saying? Wow.
It's the only time I can think that a Switch actually came in handy.
It did.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, it's a doorstop also. Let me stop.
Yeah.
Well,
Makes
maybe
a hell of a
Mikey
paperweight.
Beeze's- Mikey B's is probably a paperweight.
It's a brick. It's a. Let me stop.
Damn.
That's awesome though that they were able to
No, that's
track
amazing.
her down from that. You know, and this guy,
They're
why did he
always
let,
watching.
why did he?
She threw it at him.
The Nintendo ninjas are watching.
It's funny how like people who commit crimes. They're sometimes the stupidest people. Like take the Switch. You go online, no big deal. You
Because
know,
when you
it's-
want people to leave you alone, you throw them a switch. It
people.
doesn't matter who you are.
It's
I
like
just this world's sickens me sometimes. Stories like that drive me
Yep,
that's
bananas,
awful.
man.
Yep.
And on both parties too. Like parents, where are you?
Yep.
Why is your kid talking to some random stranger and then meeting up with them?
seriously.
True.
How was she speaking? She wasn't speaking to him through the switch because there's no voice chat. in
No,
there.
Exactly.
she befriended them online. I don't remember what the site was or anything like that. But yeah, and
To catch a predator.
yeah.
My goodness,
I
my
hope he
goodness.
beat his ass.
What a downer of a story. Why do you start with that one?
You gotta start down and then you gotta go back.
Whoa!
Yo, what was that?
Whoa.
Little flame weapon.
You gotta start down.
Were you Yoda? What the fuck was that?
I guess we can only go up from here, especially
correct.
after that.
Sounds like Grimace.
Yes. So let's move on to the next.
And they
story.
they found out the abductor was actually competing in a Smash tournament.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not news.
Is that real?
no.
Oh, because it wouldn't surprise me.
It was
That's it.
The
That's
Smash
why.
audience.
He's like,
out
that's
there.
not really news.
I would not be in the slightest concern.
I wouldn't be surprised at all, right? Like your audience is gonna hate me after this. Like I'm just dogging everything that you guys love.
Perfect.
That's what this guy is.
We do it too. And I love Smash Brothers.
All right. Microsoft says it's committed to bring Call of Duty, that game that's everywhere now, to an in-development Switch model. So they said they're bringing it to all the current consoles, including future ones, which means that they just want to make money. Listen, Microsoft is known for making money, and people are so surprised that they want to make as much money as possible. Why would you spend the billions upon billions upon billions of dollars
Opinions.
to not make money? It doesn't make any sense. So they had to make a deal with Sony, which is dumb because they wanted to make a deal with Sony beforehand. And Sony was like, we'd rather see you just not have this, just not buy Activision or anything. So we'd rather see you fail. We don't want to sign any paperwork. So after Microsoft won the court case, they went back to Sony and said, all right, here's your 10-year deal, but you only get Call of Duty now. You don't get everything anymore. Because they offered them every game. And they said no.
Damn.
So now they just get Call of Duty, and they're like, well,
Good for him.
there you go.
I mean, Sony's gonna be all right. They got all
They'll be
these other
fine.
goddamn exclusives.
They'll be fine.
Sony
How
got-
I feel?
Sony's got Bungie.
How's it feel?
So they have a chance to make something that can compete with.
I think it's a good thing because Sony can afford to go down a couple notches probably, and we can get maybe some healthy competition
Yeah, they'll be competitive. Probably.
out there, and get some more of the console wars.
As long as it's not
go-
Resistance. As long as you don't bring that back.
How is this
Actually, if you had like a 100-player version of it again, that'd be pretty dope. But, I mean, everyone's so surprised to hear that Nintendo is making another console. Every time you hear, oh, I can't believe it. Did you hear? Nintendo's making a new console. It's in the works. It's in the works. It's in development, a Switch model.
The sky's blue.
No one said it was a Switch model, by the way. It's the next Nintendo. So no
Yeah.
one knows.
They're like, you won't tell me what this system is.
It's
We'll
a
let
Switch.
you know. We'll let you know what the fuck it
There's
is.
not even
when
a
we're
code
ready.
name.
It better be
There's
a-
nothing.
But if there was, it would be out there.
That's when you
But-
start talking about it. When there's a code name, that's official, and it's like, oh, okay, they're
The code name Thick.
But be-
Switch
But
Thick.
because they said it was, and future consoles, they're like, oh man, I guess that has to. They just dropped it. They just broke the news.
Right.
You know how much Microsoft has broken, like the news that they broke from just having Sony speak out in court. Like how many things that they brought to light. It's crazy what goes on, and they're like, I can't believe there was there was competition between Microsoft and Sony. They wanted the worst. They wanted to take over. No shit. It's the competition. You never say, I hope my competition stays above me. I hope they keep selling more than us.
Yep.
As competition, you say, I want to beat them. And they swear that it's bad. It's bad news because Microsoft wanted to beat Sony and Sony wanted to beat Microsoft. It's what they do. But yeah, they may have changed their mind after Sony took off and Microsoft had no chance of coming back. They're like, all right, now we can just make money with them now. But because this was like 2 or 3 years ago, like, I can't believe it. They're liars. They said they're going to work with Sony, and we just got an email that says they wanted to beat Sony 2 years ago. It's so stupid. Things change.
Yeah, man.
No,
Agendas change every minute.
Exactly.
It's weird how they said they were all against the Microsoft merger because it's like, oh, it's anti-competition, but it's like they've been in third place for how many years now? How many decades?
Well, since this generation. Well, since last.
Sony gets all the exclusive. They do an under-the-table deals trying to keep games off the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of those deals involve money. Some of them involve
With Call of Duty itself, they had like year plans. Only DLC comes to Sony for a year, and no one said anything. It's like, oh, that's cool.
Nope.
That's cool. But now they can't do that.
Oh, well.
Now they can't.
Final Fantasy.
Now they can make
chance.
Halo. They can make their own Halo. Sony's gonna make Halo now.
Whatever.
Oh
man.
God.
It's called.
What's
Well,
I
that's
would say?
not
They're
for me.
going to come up with something.
Halo of Duty.
Microsoft will come up with something. It's good for the industry.
Answer the call
Yeah.
of duty.
Answer the call. Wow.
Wow.
Answer the call
Yikes.
of duty.
Yikes.
Well,
So
yeah,
what were you talking about? They're going to bring it to the Switch? Was that the news story?
that was the news. Every time someone breaks news of a new Switch or a new Nintendo system, it's the news. It's the biggest thing in the world.
Why do people care so much about this system? It blows my mind. I'll never figure it out.
Because it's Nintendo, man.
It's almost at 130
horrible.
million.
No, I get the sales. I get all that. But I just don't get it.
I don't get it.
Hit factor.
No, you see,
You had a Switch at one point, didn't you?
I did. I bought it day one.
what happened?
I played Breath of the Wild for a little bit. I played Odyssey all the way through. I loved it. Pretty awesome game.
Dave's Odyssey.
Yes, exactly.
Abe's awesome.
No, I just like, and I've said this before. It's gonna sound like a broken record, but I didn't understand like when games like Binding of Isaac and all these independent games that you can buy for $3 on PlayStation, why you would go and spend $59 for the cart and the little, because it's got a cool case that looks on cool on your shelf, like, and it's going to be a downgraded version. I just don't understand.
It's portable.
I understand if a Switch is all you got, you know.
You can use it to watch your kids.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can give it.
Hey, that's why I'm so happy that it's saving lives. It's saving lives
For
right
security,
now, you know?
man.
It's like an
It's been too
AirTag.
long.
That's true. They carry around a Switch too. You lose them, you might be able to find them.
Yeah.
You know what? Had she had a PlayStation 5, we might not be hearing about her right now.
That's
So
true.
I get it.
Just tape a Switch to every kid's back.
Tape a switch.
Yeah. Keep track of it.
That's hilarious.
I can't. I have nothing.
But yeah, it's no surprise that Microsoft is making Call of Duty for everything, like they said they would. So yeah, let's see what happens.
And they better
And
make
everybody
it-
swears, oh, if it's not the same, it has to be the same. I was like, have you people ever heard of a port? Every port was never the same when we were growing up.
Never.
Game Boy Advance had Street Fighter. I never expected it to be a perfect port,
Especially portable, man. They
Damn.
always downgrade.
especially portable.
Always
And it
downgrade.
was like, I can't believe it
that's
might
what
run
you should
choppy.
do an episode on.
Of
Who had
what?
the best ports?
Oh, yeah, we might.
That's a good one,
We
actually.
may. We
Because a
take
lot of
these
that's
ideas-
debatable.
We take all these ideas and make them into shows.
Yep.
So at some point it's going to be there.
Oh yeah.
Probably in about 3 weeks. But,
Oh, you know what? I could have been live on your show right now. My wife's in New York with my kid, and I was going to go. Remember, I was going to tell you,
Yeah. What happened with that?
man, I had so much filming projects I had to get done, and I just couldn't leave. But she's there right now.
That's a nice way.
In
of
your
saying
guys'
taking
neck of
my
the
show.
give her a
woods.
call. Tell her to drop by. We'll get her on the show right
Yeah,
now.
there you go.
She doesn't even come on my show. You think she can come on yours?
Damn.
Well, all right, on to the next thing, which is this is big news, and it surprised me. Apparently, 87% of gaming's history is going to go missing. I don't know where this report comes from, but it's because all the older titles that aren't available for purchase. It's not like these games are going to just disappear. It's just because you can't buy them and get the old systems. As collectors and of people who play a lot of retro games, this is news to us because they're like, I can get those. I can get a lot of these games because you can buy them secondhand. They're, buy it offline or whatever. But you cannot go to a store. You cannot order these new from anyone. No one's producing these games anymore.
Right.
And a lot of the problems with at least the CD-based technology, now is about the time where they start to rot.
Yeah.
And CD rot is real. If you have anything that you saved for the past 20 years, like your PlayStation 1, your Saturn, Sega CD, you try those games. You think they're good. You put it in a system. It's possibly corrupt. And
It just depends on how you're taking care of it.
Yeah, depends on where you stored them. Depends on if they're in cases. Because I have tons of CDs that are stacked on CDs, and I know that those are probably not going to work 100% through.
Right.
Nah.
And I have it's all on spindles, thousands upon thousands of CDs
Same
everywhere,
here, man.
and they're probably all trash. And there's no way of knowing. It's been years since I even tried them out. And regular discs, like regular cartridges, if you don't keep them clean, there's ways to clean them at least, but there's possibilities that those can be corroded too. And the systems themselves. How many times people have gone back to try the what was the Nintendo one where you went to try it, if you haven't turned it on in a couple of years, it's dead because the battery died in it. Is that the Wii U
The Game Boy?
or the Wii?
That was the
The
Wii
Wii
U.
U.
I think it was the Wii U.
The Wii U.
That was having issues with
They had a
it.
problem with their
The internal clock.
the ROM. There was a ROM in there, and so that would die out if you didn't turn it on. And it was the last time I turned on my Dreamcast. Like, who knows?
The same thing. Didn't they have the battery, the CMOS battery thing with the?
There was a problem with
PS3, I believe.
One of the PlayStations, but I think they got around that with an update or something.
Yeah, they
But
updated.
that's a problem though, man. It's like, plus, not to mention the other. What about the other games, consoles that can't be emulated, like the Virtual Boy and like the.
Well, you get a
there's a lot of
3DO.
stuff.
Everything can be emulated, I believe.
Not everything.
Not everything.
CDI, I don't know how 100% those games are. I mean, there's only 3 games for it, but
It's probably because no one cares.
exactly. But it could have been.
But if
the
someone
one game
cared,
you
they were
made.
like, "Hey, let's save this only Zelda game."
Somebody made that though. They might want it.
I think it's good for preservation though, man. Like
Well, I'm a big
archive.
emulation guy, so I'm a collector of ROMs. But I kind of want to keep all that somewhere. And the problem is, like, unlike movies and music, where they have libraries and they can actually give those out to people who ask for it and they keep it. There's laws for that. There's nothing for games like that. And I know they did have, like, if you go
Give
to
it time.
If you go to they have to be working on it because that's why this news is coming up. They can't share it. They do have places that are keeping the like the ROMs and everything intact. There's no real record of it though.
It's crazy that you can go to a public library, rent a movie, you can rent a book, you can get music, but you can't rent a game.
Depends on the
borrow a game.
library.
What
crazy.
library?
There are libraries
Yeah.
that rent Wii games and stuff like that.
There are?
I don't know if I just remember hearing some people, I think even Jimmy from Lots of Games, their library was cleaning out their video games and he bought a bunch of them. I think that was Jimmy. So I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of libraries that used to rent PlayStation 2 games, Wii games, stuff like that.
I've never heard of it, but that sounds like a solution right there.
Well, they have it online. Where they have a lot of digital stuff online where you can go to like Internet Archive
Yeah.
and they have ROM sets.
Right.
I don't know how legal it is, but they're all in there right now. And you can get stuff like that. But as far as like digital only games, unless they're being cracked, a lot of people are trying to preserve them by cracking them. It's piracy. But under what they're saying is they're trying to preserve.
It's reverse
culture.
engineering.
Preserve history.
I feel like the whole title's clickbaity. I'm not worried, especially it's like 87%. Get the hell out of here. What are you talking about? That you're telling me, just a little over 20% of the games are available. Come on, man. Like that can't even be close to the case. And like everything, man. I did a review on first person shooter games, and there was this one called Dead Island I used to play as a kid. I was like, holy smokes, I haven't thought about that since back in the day. I go on eBay, I can't really find it. I do one internet search in 2 seconds, I have it. I'm playing it. Like, I'm not worried about this, right? Are you guys worried about this?
Kinda.
It depends on the game too, because there's a game.
That game's so obscure, and I can
Dri-
still find it.
What I
Drive.
mean from retail, where you can just go and actually purchase it from someone producing it. It's not made anymore. I understand
get
what they're
that.
talking about. They're
I
not
get that, but that's
producing
like
it.
saying, hey, man, we can't buy these 8 tracks anymore. What are we going to do?
Well, no one's worried
And,
about H.
but, oh, you know what? You know, they came out an album, or, you know, it's probably on the internet as well.
What it's saying, games that aren't available, even digital, on new systems.
Well, no, I get that. I
delisted
understand.
Games.
Yeah, they're not talking about Sega Agents
Like-
Right, no,
collections
no,
or anything like that.
As delisted
I mean,
games, it's games
Listen,
that
I would say at least 60% of all games are on the Switch. So that percentage is
Yeah.
wrong right there.
The Switch is definitely preserving everything.
They have
And they're
every-
charging you an arm and a leg for it.
everything. Yeah,
It didn't even cost $60 to make the damn game, and that's what they're charging you for.
yeah. But I understand what they're talking about. And if it's a game that only came out digitally and you can't purchase it
yes.
at all,
Yeah.
which, limited run and stuff like that, they're trying to bring out some stuff. But, I mean, obviously, they're missing a lot. But there's a lot of garbage that are coming out digital only.
Digital's
Also.
the only way you could preserve all these games, though, from generation to generation.
But that's not what they're talking about.
Yeah, it's not.
I know what I'm talking about. I can get it all digitally. I can get every game ever made digitally at some point.
You know?
Yeah, we're not worried about it because we have ways to do it. But I'm talking about
Well,
average
that's
Joe
what I'm
people.
saying. It's just like you just got to get smart.
Yeah, average people who are like, who bought the little Nintendo and the little Genesis, the mini ones.
Mhm.
They're like, I haven't seen this game in 50 years. Like,
Yeah.
they see that and they're like, I can't.
And we
believe
have
I'm
it on
playing-
all our devices, our cell phones and everything.
like your brother. He played. He got a collection for what system do you have? They put him at Xbox. He got a collection that has some of the old titles on it. He saw Game Ground. He's like, I remember this game when I was a kid. I forgot all about this. Like, that's new to them. And we were like, I just played Game Ground last month. I just played that.
Better off with the Genesis one.
The Genesis one's better.
Genesis one's better.
But yeah, to them, that's where all the mini systems come into play. And like, all right, this is the only way I can get this. I went to the store, purchased this as all my favorites that I remember. And they have no idea that you could play all that on your phone, on your watch, on anything.
Right.
You can play that
Yeah.
anywhere, especially those games. You can play that on a sneaker at some point.
Exactly. The title of this news article should be say 87% of games that we can't charge you for.
Yes.
That's what it should
Yes.
say.
Which means
That we can't make money off of.
who's making money off it, which means is this piracy, is who's making money off it to begin with. You should have a store where it's all available, which, I mean, maybe they're going that route.
But then you got to be like, you got to do that with everything then.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
We don't have any
You got
more
to do it with
systems.
8 tracks. You got to do it with vinyl. You got to do it with
Yeah.
VHS.
Oh,
You know,
God.
because you could have that same complaint, because literally there are some, like with movies, for example,
You can't get them all.
that are only released in VHS. There are no high-res copies at all of those movies. That's a true complaint. Like, I feel like that's something we need to look at, especially when Warner Brothers? What, I forget what studio caught on fire and they lost like a huge percentage
Oh, really?
of all the film reels, and we'll never have them back.
So all the original high-res versions of them are gone.
Exactly. That they never got to making a 4K or a 1080 of that. Those things are gone. Like,
Well, it
that's
wasn't
it.
Disney.
No, it wasn't Disney.
Definitely wasn't Disney.
Toy Story.
Well,
They had
Disney
their-
isn't.
they had their
Disney's
vote.
crime is actually editing now the actual movie.
Oh yeah, they were.
So the movie you grew up on is not that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they could spruce up Ghostbusters though with a little more effects. It's old.
Well, that's fine if you're gonna redo the effects, but when you're taking all scenes out,
Yeah.
because of this, like, easily offended generation,
Yeah.
then we got a problem. And you know what? That'll probably hit games at some point.
Yeah.
They're gonna start editing games.
Oh, they started.
If they get, like, let's say they have 87% of these games that are missing, when they finally get the rights, they're gonna be like, oh man, we can't release it like this. We got to cut this out. We got to cut this out because of this freaking stupid, offended easily generation growing up. We don't want to offend them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
they
saying?
offended me with that Sonic Origins game. When they took out the Sonic 3 music, oh, that's offensive to me. That's when they taking out stuff that you remember in these games. Don't touch my music. Don't do that. Unless you're gonna include it. Include the old stuff. I don't care what you do with the new stuff. You can put all you want in as long as my old stuff is in there.
We forgot to give Joel's reminder.
I sent it to you on.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, that was
I
like
sent it.
like a ninja.
Behind the
To him
scenes,
on
man.
Twitter.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I hid my drug addiction for years, man. I got this down pat.
But I don't think in the long run that this is a huge problem. I mean, for some stuff that's really, really hard to find, yeah, maybe. But I think that somebody somewhere's got it covered.
Dragon Power, though?
Chill.
Let those burn. Let them go.
You talking about on the NES?
Yeah, so let it go. Let that go.
Come on, man. Can't get my Dragon Power.
Yeah, like if we're honest, 25% of some of the older library could go missing and we'd be fine.
Yo, for real, there was so many terrible
Spider-Man
games.
for Atari, E.T.
Oh, God.
60% of what
Superman,
came out can
Spider-Man for NES.
I actually
Superman
wait,
64.
Spider-Man for the Atari is dope.
Oh, no, I'm talking about like the NES.
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man for the
NES
NES?
was terrible
Spider-Man for Atari.
Why
terrible.
Why am I not remembering that?
because it's not nothing to remember.
Was that the Sinister Six? That was pretty bad, right?
He's had a big
No,
ass
that's
head.
for the Genesis, the Sinister Six.
Was that Genesis?
Gordo says they already changed Spider-Man's face in the new Spider-Man. So yeah,
That's
that is true.
Well, it's like my favorite video game of all time is Revenge of Shinobi, right? My original copy. I remember telling my cousin, "Hey, you got to go buy this game. It's amazing. It's got Batman. It's got Spider-Man. It's got Godzilla. Let's go buy it." He goes and buys it.
Mm.
But it's like, the year later, they took all that out.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did.
They
I remember
straight
that
up
fake
edited it.
Batman.
And I was
They
like,
changed the colors.
what? Like I was tripping out in my mind. It's the first time I'd ever experienced something like that. I said, dude, I promise you, the game at my house has Godzilla. He didn't even believe me. And, I might be a liar in his eyes today. Still,
Never been in that. Yeah.
Gordo
like-
Steen said that they already changed the Spider-Man actor's face from
That's what I
Marvel
said.
Spider-Man, and then
That's true.
Leisure Shoot Larry is doomed.
I think he's been doomed for the past 3 games.
And then Riken said Conkers is gonna have a hard time.
Oh, Conkers they're gonna chop that one to bits.
It's gonna be Lucky Tales again. They're gonna change it back to the
Conkers,
first.
you throw like a roll of toilet paper in a pile of shit's mouth.
Pile of poo.
Wow.
It's, whatever, it's pile of shit.
He said poo.
They get their,
Pile of poo.
if they have their way with it, in Moonwalker, you won't be saving kids anymore.
Oh god.
It'll be
Oh,
pets.
hell.
It'll
Well,
be
they
all
already
pets. It'll
they
be all
already took
pets.
out Thriller from that game. That was
Yeah, they did.
They took out
But that was
song
before
one time.
release, right?
I haven't found one that had the Thriller in it
They took out Thrill. Why?
because they put in some other song. Another part of me, I think. Instead of that, it doesn't make sense.
No.
For the graveyard, don't make sense.
No.
I have a really old copy of Moonwalker, like one of the first ones released. So.
Oh yeah, and it still doesn't have it in it.
I don't know. I can't even.
You gotta stream that next.
Yeah.
You gotta see if it's
Oh,
on
yeah.
that stage.
Yeah, man.
That's like third stage.
Joel, Revenge of Shinobi, NSO enhanced or whatever the package they got there. You could play it.
What are you talking about?
NSO, Nintendo Switch Online. They got Revenge of Shinobi.
Oh,
It's available.
Oh,
yeah. The
but did
expansion pack.
did M2 do the emulation on it?
Probably.
no, it's,
'Cause
it's an emulated game.
It's
They didn't do
they're
it
using-
special. They didn't
they-
do it specifically for it. It's an emulator.
They're using emulator.
Well, here's the thing, like,
M2 had nothing to do
because
with
I
it.
played Revenge of Shinobi so much,
Mhm.
and I played it on different systems, and when they bring it to like PS4, it's okay. It's not that great.
Mm.
On the PS3, it's awesome. M2 did the emulation, and it's like it's almost perfect to cart.
Okay.
And
M2 's
and
great.
Revenge of Shinobi is one of those games where if you've never played it, there's a double jump there, and you have to use it, and it's pixel perfect jumping sometimes. And if that double jump is just a tad bit off, you're eating cement. Like it's just not. It's not going to be good. And so if M2 did the emulation, I'm down.
I still go. With
Sorry,
Shinobi
I
1.
just got really nerdy.
Shinobi
Nah.
1.
I got-
It's all good.
I think they've
That's
been
what we're
helping
here
out with
for.
the NSO. I gotta see if they have something. To do with
You're a Nintendo
What's the-
guy. You should know.
I'll look it up. Well, it's for Nintendo Switch. What is it?
that. Nintendo Switch.
Dude, M2 had nothing to do with that.
How
M2
you
had
know?
Nothing,
They
nothing,
help. Don't they help with the emulation?
nothing to do with that.
Had nothing to do
It's
with it.
an emulator
Mhm.
that they took from online and put in there.
Right. M2
The company had nothing to do with it.
You're hating.
If it came out solo,
my God.
He said, "Hey, I
they
know
would
you
have
hate."
had something to do with it.
AJ was saying most people these days just want to go to a local video game place that has a little bit of variety of games, and mainly the older games in a way like that's what most people want these days.
Listen, all you gotta do is have an SD card,
I
go to a
can't-
store, and get it all digitally.
I can't completely agree. I feel like people are buying games online more than going to the brick and mortar shops
Now they
these
are.
days.
More than 50% now. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost up there now.
It's almost 60-40, right?
It's past that.
Oh.
It's past that.
Just look at Steam sales, man.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
on.
That alone is.
I damn near bought every game that was worth it. There's no bundles I need anymore.
There's always sales, man. On that shit.
Yeah.
The console
Always.
manufacturers, they're gonna have to work out the backwards compatibility.
Once
as-
they make the systems all into one TV that you buy, then you can get every game digitally from everywhere
for everywhere.
to play on this TV.
And finish none of them.
Yeah,
Not
no,
old school games.
No one's gonna finish any games at all.
It'll come with a
That's why I play fighting
900
games.
terabyte hard drive. So.
Yeah.
I hope.
Every
Well, if you
game,
really want to
imagine.
get every game, you can get like the 8 terabyte thing on Amazon. It
Yeah,
has
yeah.
pretty much every game on it.
It turns everyone to game testers.
So just show the person
Pretty
who wrote
much.
this article and be like, 87 missing, here you go. Here you go.
If you-
It's on this hard drive. Because the whole collection of everything you thought was crazy back in the day is only 1 gig.
You play it for your entire lifetime and never.
You'll never. Yeah, you won't
never-
even.
You won't even get
make a
through the
dent.
library.
Yeah.
That 8 megabit cartridge is absolutely nothing now.
Yo.
Harris,
Strider.
Harris,
What's up, Harris?
Strider is easy to find.
Harris in the building.
Yeah,
Yes.
man. So we can move on to the next.
Yeah.
When that?
No. As soon as this gets off.
Oh,
the
we got
screen,
Elvis in the building.
Oh,
go,
okay.
man.
I'm sorry, my bad, my bad.
I want a cheeseburger.
Oh, this is the fun one. All right. Saturn mini console would be difficult to create, Sega boss admits.
Saturn.
You guys are lazy. They're lazy.
Well, listen, with
I don't think it'd be difficult to create. I think it'd be difficult to sell.
when the Genesis came out, we said, oh, they're probably going to skip right to Dreamcast because the emulation for the Saturn was never 100%.
Right.
And there are glitches. And if your game doesn't come out perfectly on these, they're not going to release it. And it's a little too difficult to make an emulated system to bring out. They could do it, but some of those games are going to be glitchy.
Well, that's the thing. Is it worth them? Is it worth it financially for them? So there have been major progress in Saturn emulation. It's
Mhm.
very impressive what's happened in the past 5 to 10 years or so. But like I just feel like not many people owned a Saturn. It doesn't hit that nostalgic bug for us, yes,
Not
but
in
for
America.
the mainstream audience that went and bought the SNES Mini and the NES Mini, I feel like that's not going to touch that nostalgia bone and that sale. So they're like, will we put that kind of money into getting that emulation? Could they do it? 100%. I think.
If they did do it, they bring it out in Japan. They wouldn't even bother bringing it out in the U.S.
Well, did you see the minis that Japan got?
Mm.
Like we got the Sega Genesis Mini. They got the whole like freaking tower of a power.
yeah.
You remember? And it looks so dope. And I was like, my goodness, I got the Mega Drive one. I had to because that was the Mega Drive one had Revenge of Shinobi. The United States did not
What? How did they not have that in the United States? That's a
because they went with that booty Shinobi 3 that everyone says is better, but they don't know better than that.
Shinobi
not the one with the
3 is
horse?
dope.
No,
It's
it's the one with the
yeah.
horse?
No, it's got the
Three
horse.
was the
Three's the horse.
Three was the
Yeah.
horse.
I like 3.
Now listen, 3 is a good game,
Mm.
but it's no Revenge of Shinobi.
How do you not have
It's
2?
no Shadow Dancer.
Shadow
No one talks about that. No, it's not even that good.
Shadow Dancer is fun though. I mean,
Arcade, maybe.
it's not like the arcade though. The arcade is where it's at.
Yeah. But not Shinobi the arcade. That freaking
Oh
game
god, hit
was
once and you're dead.
one
No,
hit.
yeah,
I saw one dude beat the boss, and that was crazy. I was like, never me.
I
Never
watched a
me.
playthrough of that recently. That shit looked brutal
It's
as fuck.
hard,
I'm like, fuck
dude.
that
It's
game.
so hard.
What the fuck would I
On
play
what's this
that?
on Genesis you saw?
No, Shinobi in arcade. It's
Oh,
it's
Shinobi.
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy hard.
Yeah, it's just memorizing.
Yeah, I mean most games
Once
are
you
good.
get it down, you can run through it pretty good.
But listen.
But on the NES, it sucks.
yeah, on Nintendo it sucks. On Sega Master System was good.
On the Master System is better. Arcade is the best way if you want to. I've seen people go right through that with a quarter, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're masters.
After trial and error.
Like they've been doing.
And how
they've
much
been-
money
that's all
did
they
they
play,
spend?
right?
How much money did they spend before that one quarter?
Those 3 buckets of quarters that were.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be cool if they did come out with a Saturn.
I would
Because
be
they definitely
thrilled.
have a good 15 to 20 games they could put on there to solidify what the Saturn was.
Not a lot of people know, man. A lot of those titles are forgotten. Their best titles were at the end, and no one ever even heard of them.
If they did do it though, it would have to be a limited run type deal because it wouldn't make sense to mass market that.
No, because they don't know what the fuck it is.
Also,
No.
hardware.
But they would have to charge you like $200 though. But the people who would have bought it would buy it for that much anyway.
I was gonna say, what about hardware wise? Like what's
You could just put
What
it
would
on
they-
You could put it on a freaking a pie, a freaking
A pizza
Yeah,
pie.
exactly.
Raspberry Pi 4?
Raspberry Pi. You could put it on
So
something
Ca-
like that.
CAG
if they needed
says-
to.
They did a TurboGrafx 16, so
Yeah.
I have to disagree with Joel. A Saturn would sell, but a Dreamcast would sell better. I agree with the Dreamcast selling
Dreamcast
better.
would be in
yeah.
America.
Oh,
They could
yeah.
bring
But
that
the
out.
TurboGrafx, they made a very small run, and if you didn't get it, that was it.
Yeah, they would have to do that for Saturn, even smaller to a
Right.
smaller extent. But it would be cool.
That was a really small turbo run.
Yeah. Might as well get the PC Engine. Add more games in it too.
Dreamcast Mini though?
Dreamcast, I can
don't-
see them doing.
Ooh.
They would have to jump past that.
PC Engine and Turbo Mini.
Yeah, they would different enough. I think
Oh
one
no,
had
I just had the
split-
Turbo Mini. That's it.
The one have Splatterhouse and one not, something like that, right? Or did they add that? I think they added it later or something. People were pissed.
How would they do the VMU for Dreamcast?
They wouldn't have
Mini?
to ever. They would never touch that. Yeah, they would.
I actually really like the TurboGrafx 16 Mini. It's the Mini I played the most out of all of them, actually.
I wish it was actually mini. That was like the biggest
I know it's
one.
almost the same size, right?
Yeah. The PC Engine was mini. That was tiny. And I was like, if you put it in there, why'd you get this big ass shell? It's dumb.
hilarious.
But I think that Sega should have, if not already, had the Dreamcast one out already because that's
Yeah,
polished.
the Dreamcast would sell.
Polished, and the emulation on that has been solid since I don't know how many years ago. They can do that easy because that's off Windows. That's easy to do. But Sega, I should say, who knows what decisions they're gonna make? They're not doing it because they've made enough hardware to never touch hardware.
I'd
ever
rather
again.
just have them bring out the games again.
But they
rather
came out
than
with
go
2
through it.
Genesis though. That's crazy.
That's true.
They came out with 2.
Part 1.
Not
and
even
2.
like an
I
update.
didn't even buy the second one.
Not a lot of people. I mean, that was a lot less than the first one. They made a lot less than that one.
It looked better, but yeah.
But why the hell would they go and make 2 different Genesis systems just to put different games on it? Like, give
Yeah,
them
well,
a
and
card.
what's crazy is I put most of the Genesis library on the first one.
Exactly.
I bought 2 minis of everything of an original, and then I have one that I modded everything.
There you go.
Shoot, I even put Genesis games on the SNES Mini
Dude, the best one you can
just
get
to
is
change
the
it up.
I got the EverDrive cart, man. For the
I just wanted to violate it. I wanted to violate that Nintendo.
Riken was
And I
saying.
filled it with Genesis games.
Riken was saying Dreamcast over Saturn, and that Marvel vs. Capcom Rival Schools and Power Stone would move units.
Ooh,
I agree.
definitely.
Nah, that
Power
wouldn't sell
Stone
enough.
is a
Nah.
powerhouse for the Dreamcast.
Soul
man.
Calibur.
Soul
Soul
Calibur.
Calibur.
Caliber, yeah, that's
That
amazing,
sold
right?
systems.
Virtual
dude.
Fighter Remix. Oh, actually, Virtual Fighter 2. Fuck that. Virtual Fighter 2. Those would make it before the Capcom game. I don't know, but
Was
I mean,
No, I think
honestly,
it
how
will.
big
was
was the
Code Veronica on
yes?
Dreamcast
yes.
first?
Dreamcast.
That was Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
like
see that on there. They need
you
to
got to put that on
do
there.
something with that. Capcom. Actually, how big was Capcom's presence on the other systems? Were they big on that or no?
Nah,
They didn't have many Mega Man and stuff like none of that, right? So I don't know if they
Dreamcast
would have
got
participated.
A lot of attention from
Saturn
Capcom.
got Mega Man 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I'm talking about
Capcom
the
was on
minis.
PlayStation.
Minis? Oh, I don't know.
I'm talking about the minis.
Minis.
Oh, the
Maybe.
Minis.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How they represented on the minis. I know Konami was all in, but Capcom I don't think. And that's Dreamcast. Capcom was Dreamcast.
Yeah.
So you really
Yeah.
couldn't touch it if it didn't have Capcom's like games on it.
Contribution.
It probably had to be released by Capcom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the most part.
Capcom Mini.
Well, that Capcom mini was a
Capcom.
big ass controller.
that
said
controller, the
Capcom. Yeah,
arcade
it was
stick.
ugly as hell. But
I
that
don't
had all
even
their
know how
games on
you
it.
make a Sega Dreamcast controller mini.
Let me see if we can.
Yeah, seriously.
Like that would
Yeah,
take
it was
up
a big
half the
circle,
box.
right? Yeah, it would be the whole system. Just make it the
It'd be
same
the whole
size as
box.
the controller. You can make that system the same size as the controller. It'd be cool.
It had cool grips, the Dreamcast controller.
It's no surprise
listen.
though that Sega's boss says, "Oh yeah, it's not gonna happen."
One of these.
Or he said he didn't say it's not gonna happen. Yeah, that Capcom thing was nasty. Look at how they painted over the
Look at the
buttons.
buttons.
I thought that shit was a cake.
Yeah, it is a cake.
I thought it was a cake.
Yeah, I look, he got excited. I was like, oh, that's ice cream cake.
That's what it looks like.
It looked
Nah,
like an
that
ice
was-
cream cake.
That was Crapcom.
Crapcom.
That was terrible.
That was their attempt.
That's
to,
their mini though.
I'm trying to think of a game. I thought it was
Pretty much.
Capcom, but it's not. What's
Okay.
that game where it's called Blue something?
Stinger.
Blue Stinger.
Is it Blue Stinger?
Yes.
Dreamcast, yeah.
Oh, that's booty hole.
Talk about regret.
Or Dolphin Blue.
That
But that was
No,
not.
that was.
I have
awesome.
a love hate with that one too.
It was
was
okay.
But I thought it was
terrible
okay.
by the end. End of that game was
Oh,
terrible.
it's a quarter
yeah,
punch, right?
the end of that
Yeah,
game
yeah,
is
yeah.
terrible.
It's a quarter taker.
The beginning is cool though.
Fun.
But yeah, I mean, I can't see. I would like to see Sega do something, but I just heard a story about all the hardware they bought out and how they didn't sell any of it, and it ruined the future for Sega. Like in the 16-bit days, they had so much unused 32Xs and Sega CDs and Nomads, and there was so much hardware that just overproduced that they just could not. At least Sega of America, they could not come back from it, and that's what ruined. That's what really ruined the Dreamcast.
Nah, man. Sega, there were two companies at the same time. Sega Japan, Sega America. They were like two different companies.
And they were against each other.
Yep, and they were competitive and
Competing
against
with
each other. They didn't
Rivals.
communicate. They sucked.
And they couldn't get a 3D Sonic for Saturn at all.
Nah, man. They had Sonic Jam, the hub area that you run around.
Yeah, yeah.
And Sonic R, dude. That's 3D.
So, yeah, Sonic R. That's a 3D Sonic, right?
Well, I
Living
just
in the
heard
city.
today that they had documents, like hundreds of pages of documents from Sega that they just leaked, and somebody made a book out of it, like a book you can buy. They said that they failed so miserably then, like there was no coming back from it, and it's like everybody thought it was because you can copy the GD-ROMs from the Dreamcast. I mean, that did hurt them also, that people got around that, and you can.
But that
actually
came
just-
after it was already.
But
done.
it was dead
Right.
as hell.
Yep.
Yeah. But they actually had two different processors for the Saturn. One was for the 2D that they really wanted. And then they said, oh, the PlayStation came out. We have to put another chip in that none of these games were made for to make the 3D work. That's why you had Virtua Fighter. Remember the first Virtua Fighter that came out for Saturn? How ugly that looked?
Yeah.
And then you had Virtua Fighter Remix after they figured out they added a 3D part.
Yes.
Night and day difference.
Yes, look way better.
Night and day
And
difference.
Virtual Fire 2 looks.
I don't really know
frames,
much
yeah, that
about
was
the
60.
Saturn.
What happened? Oh, no?
No, I never. I mean, I remember going to a friend's house and playing Virtual Fighters and looking at this machine. I was like, oh, crazy. Like later, I bought one at a garage sale for like $5. But like growing up, I didn't really grow up with the Saturn. You know, I think I was, what was out at that point? Would it have
PlayStation
been-
came out like
PlayStation.
literally like 2 weeks after.
Yeah,
And that
so
took it by
we're
storm.
and I was all like N64 for life, Nintendo for life. And then like my buddy Ed Morrow brought over Resident Evil.
That did it.
And I was like, what is this kitty crap I'm playing? I moved over. And I don't know, Sega Saturn just got lost in the mix for me.
Oh, but that lost by a lot of people. It cost way too much money. It came out.
They had so many issues.
It came out too early. If they waited a year,
Mhm.
that would have been a totally different story.
Yeah.
They actually might have done well.
Yep.
If they waited a year.
Because they never came out with the 32X and they put all their
If they
resources
didn't come out with
into
those,
Saturn, then
yeah.
yeah.
If they didn't come out with all that extra stuff, yeah, definitely.
Because all those games that came out towards the end were like A quality games. They were like top. Panzer Saga, Shining Force 3, Magic Knight Ray Earth, fucking Panzer 1 and 2. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Well, 2 was like the polish.
Yeah, 2 was
One was the early one.
one was dope.
It
One was still
sounded-
dope.
The music
No,
was dope.
one was still dope for first generation.
It saddened me that they
Yeah.
said a stall failed miserably.
Star was incredible.
Yeah, it was dope. And they said that failed miserably.
A stall was dope.
Dude, Saturn Bomberman was the best, arguably the best
that-
Bomberman ever made.
Yeah, I think that's the best one.
Like-
Yeah.
That was the one. That was the one with the Mad Bomber, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, it
yes,
was.
yes.
That was like the A player.
That might have been that might
That
have
was the one where they gave the awards out. You were able to make your own custom series,
Yeah.
and then they gave out awards at the end of it. You know, B Point King and
Oh, they kept the-
first
yeah.
place, second place, B Point King,
And
and,
then-
Mad Bomber.
and they had Bonk
best
from
Mad Bomber.
They had Bonk from Bonk's Adventures in that bitch.
And Higgins. They had
Well,
Higgins.
that was
Yeah,
originally supposed to be his
big
damn
ass head.
game. That was supposed to be his game in the Bomberman.
That's
Yep.
a pretty
But yeah.
game right there.
A stall is beautiful.
A stall looks
Oh.
nice.
The stall
It
holds up.
is a beautiful game.
That was just one screen. Though.
I just remember that that soundtrack was something special.
Yeah, if they didn't put that on a collection, I'd be pissed. But listen, do you think you'd buy it if they bought out a Saturn I mean, obviously,
would.
probably we would. Everyone who's listening to us would probably buy it.
They got to have the right games on that bitch.
Well, yeah. But like I was saying, the PlayStation was probably the best one to buy, even though it was the shittiest mini, because you can put all of these systems
It's
on
good
there.
now.
Everything you can put on that
Yeah,
thing.
it's good now.
Yeah.
Not when
Yeah,
it came out.
my modded PlayStation's dope, bro.
Yeah, you can put anything
Yeah,
on there.
everything.
And they were selling that for $5.
But I'd
Literally,
rather
like,
see the
launch was
Dreamcast.
It was 100. Yeah,
That's
they had
crazy.
so many stacked.
That's
They
crazy.
got rid of it for $20.
The
I think.
mini, the PlayStation. Mini?
PlayStation Mini.
Oh
didn't
yeah, I
sell
bought the
at all.
PlayStation Mini for like chump change, dude.
$10. $10.
But you have your whole PlayStation library on there.
And then I modded it out, and it's awesome. I got all the great RPGs on that bad boy.
Nice.
It could have
It's
been
just like an RPG player, literally.
it could have been easily the best mini. Easy.
They messed that up.
And they really put the wrong games on there. And they put PAL versions.
They got lazy.
Like, what are you doing?
They got-
Why would you put PAL
They
versions?
fumbled it.
They just had to get it out while the hype was there.
And
50
they
frames.
lost. They did a Sega move.
Yeah.
Basically, that was what Sega would have done. Why didn't they bring a Saturn out when they bought the PlayStation out 2 weeks before?
I'd like for them to this is crazy wishful thinking, but if they did a Dreamcast Mini with Wi-Fi or with online support, put up a server for Phantasy Star Online,
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
That would be dope.
I miss playing that.
That'd be
Actually,
dope.
Or you can just get the hard drive for PS2 and just play that one game on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's server. You can play it on PC and connect to servers right now.
Oh yeah.
True.
What's going on, Zanzan?
Zonzon.
Zonzon.
But
Cool.
yeah, that's all we got for the news, man.
Oh yeah. Hell, absolutely.
All right, we're gonna take a little bit of a break.
I'll be back then.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Little bathroom break. We'll be back.
Hell
With some
yes.
more. Stay tuned, y'all.
Yeah.
I saw in the chat from earlier, Mass Produce mentioned soldiers and how messed up the that loading time is, and yes, I could I can confirm, as much as I love that game and I do want to play it again, that loading time is absurd. It's absurd.
I concur.
It's absurd.
And for those of you tuning for the first time or just forgot, we have a monthly giveaway going on. It restarts first day of every single month. So right now we are in July, right? We're in July right now. Okay, so we got the July giveaway going on right now. Head over to a57ent.com/giveaway for your chance to be the next winner. We'll be giving out free game codes on the first podcast of every single freaking month. So get in there. Get in there.
Get all up in there.
Hell yeah. Last winner was Bizarre, and he won because of loyalty points. We reward loyalty. If you keep entering into the giveaways, it increases your chance of winning the next giveaway. But don't think that just because you're doing it for the first time, you can't compete. You can. Just make sure you just use all the entries. Use all the entries that you got there. Hell yeah. That's what's going to happen.
All right, so Turbo, I got a quick question.
You go ahead.
Which character are you going to use besides Ken, bro? 'Cause-
Chuck, I told you, you can. Look, you're just an experienced
No,
guy.
I'm sorry.
You're-
I'm
you're-
joking. I'm joking. But like, what character would you pick? What would you pick up next?
Chung-Li Guile, probably.
Okay.
You know, and then but Blanca looks interesting in this game.
New characters. Ooh. Yeah.
No, Marissa is awesome.
Jamie's ill.
You got who's the well, Marissa's the big chick, right?
Yeah.
The big Saki
And
chick
then
from
Manning's
Greece.
the
big bitch.
the supermodel judo fighter.
She's good too. Yeah, the new characters are cool. I don't know why they got rid of T-Hawk and put that small little one in there. With the-
She's
She's
dangerous
like the
though.
bottom of the barrel.
she's fighting with the freaking. She's fighting with weapons, man. She shouldn't even be in this game.
I'm about to say
She's
she's in the
being
wrong
Samurai
game.
Showdown.
She in the wrong game.
Yeah,
She's being Samurai
she should be in Samurai Showdown.
Samurai.
Samurai.
She's Shimmy Shartar.
You know, it's like Jesus. It's
Oh,
like
I
she's-
forgot to say in the last news thing that the Sega boss, he said that if they could find someone to work with them on the emulators, on those systems, then he would like to see it happen.
man.
PlayStation.
So
Get the-
apply for it, dude. Go over there, apply for
I'm
it.
not making it.
No, man. They
Just
gotta
get the people from that made the PlayStation Mini.
Yeah, right.
They're
All
not
PAL,
working.
all
They're
PAL
definitely,
version.
they're definitely not working.
Not working.
They're not doing nothing special. Not doing nothing special.
I guess he got fired.
Yeah, man.
But that 1 terabyte card though, Kev. $62.99 for 1 terabyte. Yo, memory dropped so hard after everybody bought their memory.
Yes, sir.
Everybody updated their PlayStations and Xboxes. Literal 2 terabyte is under $100 right now.
Even
not for Xbox.
Even I got a memory card.
Yeah,
even I got
you
one. And these motherfuckers just fucking.
And now they dropped the 1 terabyte to 62. That's a card though.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll pick up a 2 terabyte.
Everybody
It has to be
update your
able to
Steam
run the
Decks.
game off of that hard drive.
Everybody update your Steam Decks. Now that you get a chance.
Update the Steam Deck. I got no Steam Deck yet.
Oh,
I'm
I mean,
surprised
we
not.
gotta, but we do have to have like a formal battle against Media Glitch and Street Fighter 6.
I told them.
Anytime.
Well,
Anytime.
they got 3 who play. We
Yeah.
got 3 who play.
Yeah.
That works out very well.
Anytime.
Now they gotta get.
And then I'm
John.
coming after these
And then I get
bastards
you.
after that.
Well, that's
After I clean up Media Glitch, I'm coming after you guys.
All right, relax.
Dude, who talks shit to their teammates?
I don't know. He's cutting a wrestling promo right
Yeah.
now, though.
Let me tell you something, brother. After I whip my own teammates' ass, I'm coming after everyone.
I'm coming
Yeah,
after
like what's the fuck is that?
All right.
Brother,
Yes.
brother.
If you can get that good, then hey, good to have you.
I'm
part of the
tired of
team.
you guys doubting me. I'm tired of you guys doubting me.
We don't doubt you, dude. We just, we just
You are
ran you
the
off.
weakest link.
Damn.
You guys are gonna have.
Listen, we're trying to get you better. You're gonna get better.
You suck my dick.
No,
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 that's not gonna get you better.
Why is that?
Easy there. Easy.
That's
Jay's
just
gonna
not
get
gonna
killed.
happen.
Hey,
Jay's gonna
yo.
get killed. Jay's gonna get killed next time I fight him. Chocolate, I already beat you in one match already. All I gotta do is take the other one. You guys
The
understand?
other 2.
Whatever. The one that's
Wait a second. Wait. Can y'all confirm something? If has Trump, since he's gotten Street Fighter 6, has he dropped any full sets to get a point on y'all side?
Nah.
Oh, Turbo. hasn't.
You took sets.
I got 4.
Oh no, he did take some points.
Yeah, you gotta tally those up,
He
Sticks.
did.
I only got 4.
And Riken got me
Total,
one.
right?
Yeah, I got 4 total.
Riken got you 1 in Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Oh, so
Turbo's never gotten
I
us a
so I
point
can
yet.
pick up for Street Fighter.
No.
Why?
Nah, so
What kind of bullshit ass rules? I thought you were a man. I thought you were competitive.
No, dude, I made the rules clear.
No, they weren't clear.
It was supposed to be you guys taking
Those
the
are
points,
bitch
not
rules.
them.
Bitch rules.
Why don't you pick up the 6?
I can't. I have no time.
Yeah, you saw.
I have no time.
You saw.
I have no time.
Whack. Just say that you whack, and you don't want to come see me.
Turbo, you didn't take 1 point from him?
Nah, he did not.
Come on,
I
man.
took off those 3 sets.
It's been 2 years.
And I took off 1
Turbo's
set.
never gotten a point for us.
Yo!
In 2 years.
You're not helping
Well,
this man's
I don't
confidence.
see, you guys don't count Smash Ultimate. So it's like, you know,
No, I'm talking about Street Fighter.
I know. I'll get Chocolate Street Fighter 6. It's going to happen.
Yeah, challenge.
It's gonna happen.
Smash Brothers. Get us the points.
Smash Brothers ain't part of the list, bro.
Nah.
That's like your primary game.
Or like, what is it? Multiverses. We can
What's the
play that
game that's
locally.
been on Fighter Fridays the most?
The
since
most?
its creation. Yes.
Consistently Smash.
Exactly. So
But
how's that
actually,
not
no, I-
part of it?
Actually, I think Dragon Ball's been on more.
Dragon Ball's also part of it.
Shall we cheat?
I think. What are you talking about, dude?
The #1 game on the list that you play. Oh, that ain't no part of the list. I'm bad at it.
Nah, dude, we ain't playing no platform fighters.
No, ain't no sense.
Oh, yeah, I knocked him off the platform. Oh, I won. No, get out of here, bro.
No,
but you
Fight me.
But you host
Fight me.
Fighter Fridays, and
Fight me.
that's a game that's on Fighter Fridays.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fight
so
me.
why don't you use a game that you play on Fighter Fridays?
Fight me.
And that's one of the games that you play.
I gave you all the list. Fight me.
So like,
I gave you all the list, fight me.
No, modern
We are
controls
trying to
blow.
fight you.
Yeah,
Dual
Gave you all
I
the
call
list.
coward. I call coward.
I gave you all the list. Fight me.
Coward.
Fight me.
How many points did we whip that ass in real life?
Yo.
We might just have to win this whole thing.
Yo, he said, how about we do this real life fight at the end?
Zero.
Y'all get knocked out real quick.
Come see me. Yo, Pine. Yo, put the cameras on. We coach stream it. Let's go. What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah. So for the last Fighter Fridays of the year, ladies and gentlemen, it's just gonna be a real fight. It's not gonna be any video game.
It's just gonna be Fight Club.
It's just gonna be a real fight.
It's gonna be a fight on Friday.
Oh, it's gonna be a fight on Friday.
Fight Club. Don't talk about it.
Oh man.
Oh,
Just stream it.
man.
That's too funny. But I'm coming for you guys. You guys need to get ready. Come get. Man, you can play this
I
game
have
for a
no
week,
idea
be a
what you just
different
said,
fighter. Play this game for a week, be a different fighter after that. So come get it. Come get it.
Okay.
All right, who's ready for the main topic?
I'm ready.
We're not.
Is
We're
Joe
waiting
back
for-
or
we're
wait
waiting
for
for
Joe?
Joel's not ready.
Joe's not ready.
Joe ordered a whole pizza.
I'm gonna get a beer.
A beer.
Another beer. Another burr.
Well, make sure you have the Presidente and stop drinking my beer.
What, the Larner? The
Yeah.
President? All right, cool.
The,
Paul Honor.
the Larn.
In honor of Joel, I'm gonna drink the president.
Actually, give me a pole honor, because I would like one, and I deserve one. I work hard for my shit.
You all right?
You all right there, dude?
Damn.
So that Fighter Fridays was a foul showing.
It wasn't a foul showing. No, like we.
No, I'm not
me-
talking
me-
about Kev's bitch ass.
me
I'm
and-
just talking about.
Damn.
Look, I beat.
Me, Sticks, and Turbo went to war, man. Every time I fought those guys, it was a war. It's not like I swept them easily, but it was a war, man.
Chocolate, we're going tit for tat, and then
I don't know if you could set it based
mentally, I
on
just got
control.
fucked up.
Maybe.
You know what? You know what the bet should be next time you guys go against Media Glitch?
Oh no.
You should do 3-on-3. Whoever wins the set, what they say they'll get someone a copy of Street Fighter 6 or something.
Yeah, they
like
said Kak said if we lost, we would decide who gets a copy of Street Fighter 6.
that. I think the.
Well, it's great, Kag.
Well, yeah, you guys beat them, and they could send me one, so I can start playing. There we go. That's a good. And then I can enter the.
If y'all want Style to join the team, there's got to be a way to get him in Street Fighter.
Hold on. Kag says he's bringing Jake Lee to the
I'm
next
sorry,
Street
what?
Fighter.
Jake Lee?
A dude named Jake Lee. Bring him down.
That's John. That's John.
That's John? Oh!
I don't know if it's John.
I didn't know John played.
Fell for that so
Yeah,
easily.
he
I
jumped all in there.
I was like, you for
I
real,
thought it
man?
was just Kag, Joe, and Reggie that played.
I think y'all should call John Jake Lee.
Jake Lee.
Jake Lee.
Jake Lee. Bring Jake Lee.
Mad go. Making up these stupid ass names.
Like, yeah, that's John.
Oh man, I'll tell you one thing. We gotta get a fan.
Nah, cold beer's got me.
Really?
It's actually pretty pleasant down here.
Cold
It is,
burr.
it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Shit, hold on.
But you're in the middle, so you're probably getting all that body heat, Pauls. Kev giving you all that body heat. Pauls.
What's next Fighter Friday you playing, Chuck? What's the game?
I was thinking about playing Shadows of Mordor, just chopping heads off. but-
That's not. It's got to be a competitive game.
He said it's gotta be a competitive.
Wow.
Double Dragon 1 dual mode.
Oh God. Oh God.
That would be.
Oh God.
Right.
Jesus. That'd be so bad, dude. So
AJ
bad.
said, imagine if Nintendo created a hotel or motel, and you'll be able to compete against gamers, but it'll be $140 a night.
Jesus.
Isn't that cheap for a hotel? I mean, I don't know about cheap.
It
but
It's
depends
not
where
bad.
you are.
depends on what it is.
Yeah, if you're in like
Only winner gets to sleep for free. Otherwise, you gotta pay $140 a night. That tournament will be crazy.
a tournament champ in Street Fighter. Why are you bringing ringers?
A
man?
tournament
No.
champ in Street Fighter what? Street Fighter EX?
That's good. That's really. No, this is funny too because every time.
No ringers.
Remember
man.
when?
You bring your crew members, son?
Remember
Your
when
hand
we
part of
used
the
to
squad.
with Smash Bros and stuff? Someone used to say, "Oh, this guy won a tournament. He come over and get their ass whooped."
Well, yeah, I mean that happened in
Well, it
multi.
depends because they'd be like one-on-one only and whatever.
Well, the thing is, like, they gotta follow the rules of the show. You know, like, so if we're playing tag team, like when we played multiversus tag team, everyone's like, "Oh, I want to do one-on-one." No, we don't do that. And then they're like, "All right, let me go get my friend who also competed," and they get their ass sent through a glass door. That's what happens.
Oh yeah, he said he was the best Steven Universe, the 9th best in the world, and I kicked him through a glass.
Yeah, he was good.
Yo,
And
that is hilarious.
He got kicked through a.
So that means you're better than you're in the top 10.
That's crazy. That makes me the top 8th Batman in the world. That's a stupid way. to put
There
it.
he's back. All right.
That
I
happens-
gotta mute my mic though. I'll be back. Hold on.
Roger that.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. It's all about different fighting styles and stuff like that. It's like I understand how Chocolate fights. When I was fighting against Jay, I don't fight a lot of Kimberly, so I was just like, "What the hell is going on here?" And I was like, "Okay, he's doing Jay's doing what he's doing since Street Fighter 2." The vertical
I'm
jump.
playing
Kicking
Street
the
Fighter
head.
6 way.
It's like-
Chalk picked up a new way to fight. I'm like, damn it, she throws this, killing me in the corner.
Funny thing is,
I got out the corner.
No, see that corner pressure in that game is so dangerous.
I like the corner pressure.
So-
in there.
so
It's
dangerous.
But you
I
can
like
reverse
that.
it. You just have to be on point.
you know what
Yeah.
the messed up thing about Street Fighter 6 is that, like, the new things I see that they put in there look so intriguing
Well,
for
it
me
plays
to play.
with your mind
Yeah,
a lot.
but
Let's bring it
the
back.
bad thing is I'll see someone online do some cheap infinite combo. I'm like, I want to turn that shit off. Like, I
Well,
don't
don't
even
fight
want-
JP.
Like,
Don't fight JP.
like
I
that.
hate
JP is
I
fucking
hate
broken.
infinite combos, dickless, no respect having.
I hate the zoners, man. I hate zoners.
Well, there's certain characters in every fighting game. You respect certain people if you're good with them, and you don't respect some other people if they're good with like cheap ass characters.
Spammers.
Like, nah, man.
Bizarre, I want you to play Power Stone. I want you to play Power Stone.
Shout out to Power Stone.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna play that on the
Dreamcast
channel.
didn't get enough love for your Fighter Fridays. There's so many fighters.
I
in
have a
Dreamcast.
feeling there's going to be another Power Stone. I just
I
have a
have-
feeling. there's
I don't
gonna
even
be
know who
another
was
one.
in charge.
If
of
I
Power
hook up
Stone.
my Dreamcast,
Chalk.
will it look right?
I don't know.
Yes.
I
We have the setup all.
We'll just
We
hook
have
that.
it all here, man. We got the whole Dreamcast, PlayStation, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Saturn.
all set up.
He even got the best system
Ready
ever,
to
Saturn.
No,
Why y'all hating on the Saturn?
Giles' his owner. I haven't watched
Genesis,
much
Super
of him.
Nintendo, all set up, ready to stream.
That's crazy, man. That's effing crazy.
We have them all set up. Just haven't done it.
That's true.
in
Who
a
was the
while.
best in Power Stone? I'm trying to remember.
I think it was me.
Kev, you didn't even play it. You didn't even play the game. Fuck out of here.
He meant character. Let me stop.
Actually, I don't think Kev's the best in any of these games.
Yeah.
There's a Power Stone anime.
Yeah.
Smash Ultimate. I'm claiming that as the best.
Nah,
Well, I mean-
you're a liar.
I'm claiming that as the best. You gotta take your nose out of his ass.
Wow.
I didn't even make a comment either. I haven't played the game in a
Wow.
year. It's fucking-
Wow.
He said take nose out of his ass.
Wow.
He
The
wasn't
insults.
pointing at me.
The insults.
Wow. This guy.
How much have you seen a Sephiroth amiibo?
I saw one time.
And I
He's gone.
I saw it on
It's gone.
Amazon. It's always out.
Oh yeah. You're not finding any amiibos anymore.
Really?
Well, I mean, the Zelda one that they swore was going to be hard to find everywhere.
I got to complete my elite set.
The new links were cool from the new one.
Let's
Breath
see.
of- the
I'm
Breath of
looking
the
on
Wild sequel.
Amazon.
Tears of
Sorry, kids, that was the missus. I have to pick up the phone because she's in New York. She said she was a little underwhelmed with Chinatown. It's not like in the movies.
Oh no. You gotta know where to go, man.
Seriously.
A lot of stuff is hidden over there.
I know this. Calls from the wife. Calls from the wife. I know who it is.
Yeah, Kev.
I do. All right. Here we go. Exploring game franchise reboots.
The main topic.
Are we picking the best one? The best.
We're talking about them.
We're exploring them. We're
Yes,
exploring
Just
them.
talking.
We're talking about good and bad. I got a list.
I didn't research
down,
at all. I'm sorry.
Neither did I.
Same here.
I'm just coming in with nerd knowledge. I didn't have time.
Same.
No worries.
I'll probably bounce off of you guys.
No worries.
Sounds
I
good.
usually
And
look
you're
at
going to
these
see me go like
posters.
this every once in a while. That's me eating.
So I got a list from ExpressVPN, which I didn't know had a video game section to their freaking website. But apparently they have a list of some reboots. And the first on the list, it was questionable. They had new Super Mario Brothers. And I was like, that was a reboot?
Kind of.
It was a reboot?
It's like.
I didn't even follow a story in Mario to call it anything.
Let's see.
Like they're not all. I guess they.
It's
Connect.
kind of a sequel, but it's kind of rebooted 2D Mario. We haven't seen the 2D Mario since what? Mario World?
Maybe because of, like new mechanics and shit like that and animations.
So it's
that
like they
you would never see
redid
'em.
it's
the original Mario.
It's
kinda.
like they did Mario 1 over, kind of. Yeah, it felt.
But
very
that was
much,
such a crappy Mario. What?
New.
Yeah, I hated
didn't
the
like
name.
I
it.
guess.
I bought it. It sold
It was so boring.
millions, and I did not like it. I did not like the handheld new Super Mario Brothers games.
Wait,
not
you
like
didn't
it.
like a Mario game?
Surprisingly, right? It was.
You
It
didn't
wasn't.
like a Nintendo game?
It wasn't bad. I just
It
didn't
was.
understand its.
I like all
purpose.
Mario games.
I didn't like the
Except for
power ups.
Galaxy.
And that particular one, I didn't like some of the power ups in it.
Oh,
That
the
was
freaking!
kinda
They
whack.
turn you into the turtle shell. They gave you the blue turtle shell, and they turn you into a mini Mario. You know, to get through. It just it wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it.
It wasn't
I
bad.
liked
I
it.
didn't mind it.
You know,
I just have issues with Sunshine. That's all.
Oh God. Talk about
I don't think that was considered a reboot.
Nah.
Although
It should have.
certain characters
Yeah,
in
it's-
there
That doesn't. He
didn't
has a
exist, right?
water pack, man. What the hell? That's a.
Well,
reboot.
did they recon? Did they recon the Koopa kids? They did, right? Because now he had a son.
I think. Well, I think they're adopted now instead of just being biological.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
That's actually a thing.
I think that's the
Yeah.
recon. Yeah, I think that. So in a sense, it is the reboot because they started that with New Super Mario Brothers. Yeah.
Did
So,
they?
yep.
I thought it was in Sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I think.
Okay. So that counts as a reboot.
Yep.
All right. It wasn't one of my favorites. They said this was wrong completely. They said one of the worst ones. But they said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time Reshelled. Now that's a remake.
Wait,
That doesn't count as a.
I don't think they are following the rules.
That doesn't count.
Wait.
So here's the thing. Here's the
Okay,
thing.
so we're just talking about reboots, not.
Not remakes. So here's the thing. Remaster is an
Got ya.
HD upgrade of an existing game. So that's
Okay.
basically the same game made to look prettier, but it's the same game that was already released.
They might add one or two small.
They might adjust a few things here and
Right,
there, but it's
right.
basically the same game.
Right.
This is why Reshelled
It might be a reboot then.
does not count. Reshelled is the same game.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not the same game. They really jacked it up.
Oh, they ruined it. Yes,
Yeah.
they definitely ruined it. But I didn't have huge hate on it like
A lot of people
do.
despised it. I enjoyed it.
I didn't mind it.
Vic Lucas did not like this.
Yeah, he hated it.
Yeah, a lot of people said it's like soulless.
But I
But-
can see that it's more of a remaster than it is a reboot.
I think it's more of a remaster because that's like Turtles in Time was like the sequel to
Or a
part
remake. I would-
part one, right?
yeah.
It was the arcade one.
I'd say it's a remaster also.
It's a remaster,
Yes.
but I didn't hate on it like a lot of people.
It's got new graphics, new
It's
3D
alright.
graphics.
It was alright.
The
You
last
can
one was
still like the
sprites, it's a
arcade.
remaster.
You can still like the arcade one better.
True.
And they said a remake is it takes an existing game and builds it in a new engine from scratch. Did they do? I guess that's a remake, not a reboot though. Doesn't qualify. It could be a remake because it's not the same engine. And a reboot is entirely a new game based on the concepts and characters of an existing game. So if you just have the characters who you know from somewhere else and they put them in a new, completely different game, doesn't follow a storyline from something else that's been done, then that's a reboot. And they'll change stuff like, oh, this is the person's father. This is this. Or they'll change storyline completely like the other stuff never happened. That's a reboot. So I don't think that Turtles game should be here.
I think I know why you guys have picked this.
Why?
Why is
I know where this is going. I know where this is going.
Damn, Joel catches on quick.
Took you long enough,
Catches
man.
on quick.
Took you long
No,
enough.
I think I told my stream. I said, I think I told him I was like, this is why they wanted this freaking reboot, so we
So-
could get to this.
Another title.
He's like, this feels like a setup.
I tell you, your audience is gonna hate me by the time it's over.
Well, they're calling Donkey Kong Country a reboot. And I'm guessing okay,
Mm-hmm.
because that doesn't follow any story from
That-
the Donkey
that's a-
Kong games.
That's
So,
a
yeah,
reboot.
That's
yeah,
a
that is
reboot.
That's a reboot.
Taking a character and putting him in
Yes.
a new situation.
That is a total reboot
Yeah,
and a good one.
Yeah.
that's a much better. It's a totally different game, but it's one of the more successful reboots, I would say.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country series is
Surprised
pretty
it
good,
died out. I mean, actually, the last one was Wii U, right? And then they re-released it on Switch.
yeah. Yes.
That counts as the same type of game, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit enhanced with Funky Kong.
But it's not called Country anymore. What was it?
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
It was Donkey Kong Country
Yeah,
still?
still Donkey Kong Country. Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
The game takes place in Donkey Kong's country.
Oh, that mute down. You
That
said
was-
that.
That was my bad. Nobody,
That
no, the
was-
audience can't hear that.
I thought that was in my head.
No.
All right, they got one here. This is a funny one. One of the worst, and it is one of the worst. Bomberman Act Zero.
Never heard of it.
So it came out for, I think that was Xbox. Yes, the Xbox. It was a Bomberman game that was like,
Super serious, right?
it was.
Oh, that one.
It was serious.
That one
and
I
that's
know.
definitely not it.
That was bad,
Yeah, that's not. That's regular
This is it.
Bomberman.
Yeah, they're gonna
It's from
show
the article.
Well, no, that's the original Bomberman, but the
Oh, it's the
Act
second
Zero.
bit. Okay.
Act Zero is
oh.
They try to make it
horrendous.
realistic. Yeah,
My
it was
bad.
more realistic
that was
and
trash.
serious.
Oh,
And
this-
I don't know what type of direction they were trying to take with it.
I never even saw
It
this.
went dark. They were
Yo,
like,
what is this?
Bomberman's trying to save the
Yo.
world.
Dude, I mean,
Like,
it could have had a cool premise if the game was fun.
Yo.
Still, I wouldn't have minded it taking that different
Oh,
step.
it's too serious.
What the hell?
That's way too serious, dude. It didn't even, the game
It's
didn't
a
even
cyborg.
start.
My mind
yeah,
can
there you
only
go.
grasp existence itself. What?
Yeah, they're wilding out.
Well, the thing about the game was that camera angle was
Oh,
not
that's
a
bad.
good way to play Bomberman.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you can't even see where the
It's
explosions
always
are coming from.
overhead for a reason,
It's,
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Man, yeah,
Yeah,
and it looks chunky.
They tried
It
to
looks
make
like Halo.
Oh, that's a bad third-person shooter.
It looks like Halo and Bomberman.
Yo, they split the
Oh.
screen for 4 players because of the new. Wow. Wow.
because he got
Look at this big ass arm.
Nah,
Yeah, it's bad.
Not even worth it. No, it's a terrible reboot.
His ass
It's a
died
terrible
against the
reboot.
wall.
Man.
Joe, you ever play that?
It's pretty bad.
Joe says he's never played that.
I was never a Bomberman fan.
No?
Like not even the older ones. I played them, but I was just like, eh. But I know people who swear by it, man. Like I think is this maybe it's the Saturn one or the N64 one that's like
That's
the best
newer
one.
That's the last one, Bomberman R, right?
R was good. R was very good.
Bomberman R.
That's how it's supposed to. Well, there's a better Bomberman than R, but that's the way you have to do
Which
it.
one was the one that was on, I think, Xbox Live or whatever, and you could use your avatar as a Bomberman?
That was cool.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was
I would
Bomberman.
have myself wearing a fucking light blue suit with a hat running around.
God.
I think that was Bomberman Live.
Oh, that was great.
I think
That was
that's what it
funny. I've always liked Bomberman. I've always found it fun.
Good
But some
party
people-
game. It's a
yeah.
good party game, but it's frustrating when you're really not
And
playing
then you
it
get,
well.
and then you get angry.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's like, fuck this game.
All right, another one of the best, they say, and you'll probably agree with me.
We'll see.
Star Fox 64
Yeah.
as a reboot of Part 1, right? Didn't they do it multiple times?
That was a reboot because that's the same story. It
Mm.
didn't act like but then they rebooted again with Star Fox Zero.
It got rebooted.
That's a
once
reboot.
again,
That same story has been rebooted twice. So yeah, and Star Fox 64 is awesome, and I personally
So
like Star
it
Fox
can
64.
have the same story.
Yeah, it has the same.
Okay.
Yeah, because they remixed that game like 3 times already. I don't know why they keep doing it, but it's yeah.
Why not?
I don't,
Do it again.
If they do it again with Star Fox, like, come on, man,
Do
do
it again.
another story, please. Stop rebooting the same freaking story all
They
the
need to
time.
reboot Wave Race 64.
Yeah, see, Cafe Fox 64 and Zero were reboots. Yeah, they were
Huh?
reboots.
I just actually thought of a couple.
Castlevania
I was
4
like, oh, I only had
was
2.
a reboot actually.
Castlevania 4 was a reboot.
That was a reboot.
Or you can
Castlevania
kind
4.
of consider
that was 1, right?
that was 1. Yeah, it was the same story as 1.
And then they rebooted again on Game Boy with the girl that they reconned.
Sonya of Belmont, right? Yeah, and I think
think
they
so.
Was
say
Symphony of Night a reboot?
No,
No.
Oh, the
That
series?
was right
Or is that
after-
just a new?
that was an evolution.
That was
an
right after the
evolution?
PC Engine one. She started at the end of the PC Engine game.
Mm.
That's why you're a Richter,
Oh.
which is cool.
It's kind of a reboot in a sense. It's like it's
Not a reboot.
it's not necessary, but it changed the way that
You have the
it's-
same character. It's a direct sequel.
God, fine. It's like
It started at the end of the other game. It's a sequel.
it's more of a sequel evolution than it is a serious reboot. Okay, all right, fine.
Another one of the worst is SimCity from 2013.
Ain't nobody
Yeah.
know that.
It's pretty bad.
Don't care.
I'm about to say that one. I don't give a fuck about that.
Well, they redid it, and the online was so bad that the game wasn't playable from the day it was released to at least like two weeks a month.
It looks
Nice.
Like, it looks like the Jurassic Park game
Yeah.
that Joel played.
This is Joel shit right here.
It looked like it was supposed to be great because I remember SimCity, and that's a big
Jurassic
step.
Park's awesome.
It's a big step from what
Not
SimCity was.
SimCity.
But they ruined that. City Skylines took over basically, and now that the company, I think it was Maxis, is now gone. Like they don't make anything now.
Oh yeah, Lords of Shadow was a reboot. Yeah, Castlevania.
Lord of Shadows.
Lords of Shadow is a reboot. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
correct.
Yeah.
That's another
Yes.
reboot for
Yeah.
it because they
And-
changed the whole story.
And
with
I
Dracula.
didn't like it at all.
And that was a high selling.
And then you were Dracula in the
garbage.
sequel.
Huh?
You were
Yeah.
Dracula in the sequel.
Oh,
Belmont
God.
Dracula. It's an interesting story plot, but come on,
Can't
man.
imagine that sold so well.
Yeah.
It was God of War Castlevania.
It was terrible.
The first one sold great. The second one was flopping.
They found out. They tricked everybody.
Did you mess with that, Joel? The Lords of Shadow Castlevania?
I have it. I've never played it though. Oh wait, are you talking? I'm sorry, I'm getting
The
it mixed
3D
up
one.
with the Wii one. Right?
The 3D God of War ish.
We're talking about the PlayStation 3 one
PS3 one,
Yeah.
yeah.
where you fight that big ice
Yeah.
giant.
Yeah.
That game's awesome.
Oh yeah. Wow.
It's not
well,
bad.
it's very God of War.
It's not a bad game.
Yeah.
It's just bad for
Who's-
Castlevania.
Who said it was bad?
Oh no, I don't like it at all.
Oh, it's not considered one of the
But it-
better Castlevanias.
Castle of
By
Warvania.
If it did, if it had a different title,
Yeah,
yeah, by all means, you know,
Yeah.
it didn't play bad or.
If it was
whatever.
if it was an Ico sequel, it'd be pretty bad.
I was like, this shit is not Castlevania.
well, actually, no, not Echo. It's called Echo. By the way.
Listen, boys, a
Right.
good game's a good game.
Yeah.
Shadow. If it was a Shadow Colossus sequel, it would have been better.
If it was a good game, I would have kept playing.
Damn.
I stopped.
You
after
missed out, man. You missed out.
The second
It
stage.
did a
got
lot
me.
to make you not want to play it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got bored.
It,
after the
it got
second stage.
over. It did things too. Like the music was crazy. It was too much.
Oh, you just jumping over the
It was
creek,
too much. Yeah,
the music.
Oh, they're going too far.
Like nothing epic happened.
Another one of the best, and I'm pretty sure everyone will agree. Doom.
Yeah.
2016.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna reboot something, and Doom was old as hell. Like that
Yeah.
game was one of the pioneers of first person.
Doom is
shooters.
actually awesome, and I'm not a big first person.
They did
guy.
it
This
right,
game is
too.
awesome.
Yeah, they made it fun for pretty much
Chunks everywhere.
everyone. Even if you don't like
Hyper-violence.
first person shooters, that looks fun. And they made the music, like the gameplay, everything about it.
No, the fatalities, man.
You just saw a leg go into a screen.
Yep.
Yo.
Yeah,
There's
anyone
a
will play this.
And
It's
there's
fun.
a story. If you want to get a story, you can actually. There is a story to tell, if you want it.
It's like Metroid Prime. It's just
Fatality.
Like, there's
If
a
you
story there if you want the story.
Yeah, if you want to look at everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to scan and pick
It's chopped him in half.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a meatball.
But it doesn't stop-
Meatball game, but it's fun.
Oh my God, it's fun.
It is fun.
Super fun.
You need more ammo? Just fatality somebody.
Break his
you
neck.
Need, you need health?
Dude,
Just
that
fatality.
Break his
Michaels,
neck.
that Shawn
Melee.
Michaels fucking thumbnail's terrible. So bad. So bad.
Yo, like segue to Shawn Michaels, yo. I saw this Instagram reel, and he just randomly he was looking. I forgot who he was looking for, but he just started sweet.
Oh no, get it off.
He's just
They're gonna
started
kill
delivering
us.
sweet chin music to random people.
Oh yes,
My
I
bad.
remember that he was mad about something. Yeah,
Yeah, and-
cameramen and like people with the
Yo.
papers flying. And shit.
Yo, I was crying.
Yeah, that was great.
No, YouTube will come after us in seconds.
Oh yeah,
I
for
know,
any
I know.
anything
like, yo, there's wrestling on.
copyright demonetized.
That was like 2.
No, we
not
got
even a
it's
second.
done. Show's over.
That's it. Oh.
That's it.
All right, guys. Nice seeing everybody.
What's
Later,
going on,
later.
Retro Bros?
Retro
How y'all
Bros.
doing?
Retro
Hey.
Yo.
What's going on, dude?
Retro Bros.
Retro Bros.
In the building.
Playing some Mario Kart, probably.
Who
The
here did play the original Doom? Like, was that someone's?
The original?
I played the
Doom?
original.
I
guys
played the
play-
original.
It was me, man.
Yeah. And Joe, you played the original.
Oh yeah, man.
Okay.
PC.
You know, I even like, is it Doom 3 on PS3 and Xbox?
Yeah.
I feel like that one was solid too.
I never played Doom 3.
I
It's
saw
not
that
a, it's
on-
not,
It's
it's
like
not a
rendered.
reboot, but
Yeah, it's like rendered, right?
Yeah, it's like
I
pre-rendered.
feel like that it was the beginning of what we got today.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is dope. I'm still playing. I just started Doom, the remake, the reboot.
It's
Just
awesome.
started.
It's freaking awesome.
The 2016 Doom you just started?
Yeah.
Ah,
I have both. I have the two new ones.
Dope.
I'm surprised the third one hasn't come out yet. About
Both on
time.
Game Pass.
It's about time.
It probably will.
All right, I'm back in the conversation, boys. Let's do this.
Welcome back.
Just in
I had
time.
to, I had
Welcome
to
to the
eat.
party, pal.
Just in
I had
time
to eat.
because the worst one here is probably Alone in the Dark from 2008. And no one played this.
You
I
know what?
haven't played this.
I kind of enjoyed that game.
Oh,
Oh.
Joe, you played it?
Yeah. I thought, it gets a lot of, I don't know. I had fun with it. Is it Alone in the Dark, the first one? No, but I had fun with it. I don't know what the problem is.
Dude, it looks like
People are just
a
whining
game
and
that you
whining.
like, but way worse.
So the
And it's an
By
easy
Bethesda?
platinum, too, just so you know.
Oh. It looks like Evil Within done better.
Batter or
Bad.
Well, you gotta
think- Oh, okay.
This is a first gen PS3 game, right? So-
yeah,
yeah.
the controls
It's
are probably
but
a mess.
I had fun with it. I don't know why people tripped on this.
I remember when they announced it, and I was like, "Oh, cool! They're gonna do like a Resident Evil thing to it and make it so much better." And then it just didn't pan out well.
Okay, let me ask you this: did any of you four play it?
Nope.
I did not.
I did not.
I
play it.
found, I know I've read everything that everyone said about it.
Never played it.
It completely threw me off of wanting to play
Oh, so there you go. See,
it.
I
Which I'm
played
not-
it.
I'm not saying it's the
I-
worst thing of all time. I'm just saying it didn't do
I
well.
played it and it was fun. I had a
Okay.
good time.
Okay.
All right.
A new nightmare. I was like, that's Freddy. That's Freddy Krueger. He can't steal that. They never made a good Freddy game, did they?
Nah.
The NES
Is the
one.
game is the game behind me on your list? It better be.
Yes, it is.
It can be.
Yes, it is. So another game. We're gonna get to it. Another game that got multiple reboots is Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Tomb Raider Legend was one of the first ones,
The first one was awesome.
and that redid the first one, right? Or was it no? They just redid it completely.
No, it was a reboot.
Legend was
Complete-
a reboot, yeah,
Complete
Reboot.
reboot.
Oh, they
Yeah,
started from
okay.
scratch.
Yeah, yeah.
which
Yeah,
was good because
One
it was
and-
bad.
One and two.
They
One
got
and two
to a
was the
bad
shit.
point because that's after Angel of Darkness, right? Because that was real bad.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
So then they came out with Legend, which was dope, and then I played a few of them after, and then I was kind of done with Tomb Raider again, and then they came out with the Tomb Raider. You know, I hate it when they just name it the same thing.
Yeah.
But Tomb Raider from 2013, phenomenal. That got me back into it because that was like, okay, they ripped off Uncharted, which Uncharted ripped off Tomb Raider, and they all ripped off Indiana Jones. But
as long as you do it well.
But they did it very well.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, look at them. And then Uncharted was like, we're going to take some more stuff from Tomb Raider. Like, they just competed with each other, which is great. And they just got better for it. And I have to admit that reboot is probably one of the better ones that I played.
1 and 2 were awesome.
Yeah.
3 definitely fell stale.
Yeah.
Never
Very,
played
very
the third
It's
one.
always the third Tomb Raider.
It's
stale.
felt very stale.
But is
That
the
first
reboot-
one is amazing.
First one's
Yeah.
awesome. Oh,
First one and the second one
I like the second
pretty
one a
much
lot.
on par
Yeah, they're.
with each other.
It's just pick whatever one you like.
Are they
They're
better
both-
than the old Tomb Raider games?
I never.
Yes.
I
Yes,
never even
100%.
I never
because
even
I couldn't
finished those.
stand
Yeah.
those.
Same here.
I was never a Tomb Raider fan.
Yeah.
The controls were
Same.
garbage.
Same.
Same.
You don't like
I
the
didn't
tank
like it.
controls?
It was so frustrating
Yep.
to play it. It wasn't fun. And how it got so big,
'Cause it was
boggles
one
my
of the
mind.
first
it's like the Nintendo
3D
Switch.
It was one of the first. It was like the first 3D Prince of Persia, the way it controlled.
I never
you
liked
would
it.
push
It was
forward. Remember
garbage.
the first Prince of Persia, the side-scrolling one?
Yeah.
How much animation it had, and
Yeah.
it controlled like a 3D version of that.
I never
Slower,
liked
though.
the first
Oh,
Tomb
both
Raider.
freaking Prince of Persia.
I
was
never liked
slow
it
as
either.
hell.
Because
I
I'm
never
like,
liked the first Tomb
where are the enemies? And then you go inside and you see this like cardboard
Well,
bear
it was
chasing you, and I'm like, what the
exploration.
fuck is this?
It was
the-
exploration.
That's why I don't like it.
It was
the
pretty
wolves.
funny when you dive off like some tall mountain and you just fall on their neck.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you do
no,
a
that's what I
swanton
did.
on
Yeah.
your
I
neck.
used to kill myself in the house,
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
that.
like
same.
a training
I
house.
did it too.
Yep.
That was
Oh,
hilarious.
man.
Off the high beam.
People used to lock. I think it was in part 2 where people used to lock
The butler.
the butler in the freezer, and he would actually get stuck and glitch out. And they put that in a new game.
Oh,
They put that in.
They should have made him frozen when you take him out.
Oh man.
They put it as an Easter egg in another game that came out
Jesus.
because you could
Yeah.
put them in the freezer.
Just
still.
put him in the freezer and you
That's-
take him out. It looks like Han Solo.
Freaking dumb.
Yeah, that'd be great.
In the freaking carbonate.
No, the reboot
Oh,
was
boy.
dope.
Yeah. I think they're doing another reboot. I think it's
For
coming
Tomb
out.
Raider?
I think Tomb Raider's the end
Well,
of the reboot.
usually when you hit the third, it's
yeah,
like
you gotta do it over again.
It's just
probably
got to be
didn't sell as
two player
well,
at
right?
this point.
It's been working. I don't mind them doing it.
I'm saying, did it sell well, the third one? No, right?
I haven't heard about it. I mean, they were disappointed in the first one, in that trilogy sales because it didn't hit. It did like 10 million or 9 million,
I mean, they made
and
enough
they
to
were
make us,
disappointed.
but they made enough to get a sequel.
Yeah, but
So
Square wanted. I don't know how much they wanted for that. It's stupid.
85 million.
85 million.
Arbitrary
You
number.
heard it here first. You heard it
Yeah.
here first.
Made
they
that up.
wanted 85 million.
I'm looking forward to the new one because it's
That's
supposed to be on Unreal Engine. Like
What,
the
Tomb
new-
Raider?
Yeah.
That's a thing? They really
Oh
announced
yeah,
that?
they've been doing it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Cool. The only good thing about the third one was when
Camouflage.
they did the Rambo shit.
Yeah.
When it's like raining, you could like smear like mud all over yourself and go against the wall and they can't see you. I'm like,
Right.
that was actually pretty cool. Everything else, I'm like,
And then they did a Rambo game with that, and it stunk. Is that a reboot? It
Oh,
wasn't-
dude, what a
Yeah,
The
no,
oh,
reboot of the NES game.
yeah,
No,
that game was
or-
bad.
the Sega Master
Sega
System
Master
was-
System.
Sega Genesis.
oh yeah, Sega Genesis was Rocky 3.
Sega Genesis had
Rambo.
Rocky 3. I mean, Rambo 3.
See, got you too.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, it's the same game. Rocky 3 and the Rambo 3.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Another one of the worst, which wasn't even the original game. They just put this character in a game that was made already. I didn't know that. Sonic the Hedgehog, 2006, otherwise known as Sonic 06.
Sonic 06.
Oh, is that the legendary bad one?
With
that
the
everyone
humans.
Yeah,
That's the one with Silver.
yeah.
Yep.
The one
It's
with the-
funny because I heard about it and I was like, the story sounded like it was pretty dope, but the story, he was put in a game
with humans.
with humans. Like it was not the same. It wasn't a Sonic game.
Yeah.
He was just put in it,
Yeah.
and it was they didn't have enough time.
That looks fire though. Look at that.
If they redid it and
The
took
blast
the
processing.
humans out, if they redid it again and took the
It
humans
doesn't
out,
look bad.
it would be okay.
It actually
Nah, the
looks
hub-
good.
Yeah,
the
actually,
hub-
this trailer actually looks kind of fire.
It's a trailer.
Because he's
They're
not
trying to sell
falling through the
game.
ground.
Yeah.
He's not falling through the ground.
It's a trailer. They're showing you the best parts of the game.
And they like
They're not
Shadow.
showing you-
And why is Shadow not running?
They like Shadow more than
Yeah.
Sonic. In
Did Sonic have a few reboots, or is it just like
no, that was
No?
it.
Really?
That's the
I guess it
only
just
official
depends
reboot.
on how you look at it all.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like a gray area, especially like Frontiers is kind of like a.
Because What
Frontiers
about
is kinda
Sonic
like a reboot.
CD? It's not like Sonic 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he had the same type of characters in it,
Sonic
and his
Mania?
storylines was
No.
same, kind of
What would you consider Sonic Mania then?
a tribute.
Yeah, 'cause that's
but it
like-
can have the
that's
same
weird.
characters. You said it could have the same story.
Right.
Yeah,
So it does kind of check the
but I know
boxes
Sonic
of a-
Generations dealt with the old Sonic. Like
What about
that dealt
Sonic's-
with the story of
What
the
about
old
Sonic
game.
Superstars? That looks like a reboot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Different music. There's no Green Hill Zone. All characters you couldn't use before, like Amy
All I
in the
know is-
2D. I mean,
All I know is Sonic the Hedgehog,
New
which
mechanics.
which was named Sonic
Right.
the Hedgehog again, was a reboot.
4 players.
That was the only considerable reboot.
Sonic
that they had.
Superstars. That is a reboot.
True.
So to get to the one,
That's a reboot.
Damn.
Don't
All right.
ignore me.
It's fine. Put it on the list. It's fine. It's not considered one.
Oh man.
So to get to the game that's playing behind Joel there, if you can't see it,
Oh,
if you're watching
oh.
on your phones, I don't know if you can see it,
Well, I'll pull it up here.
but take a guess in the chat if you can see what it is.
Mortal Kombat.
Give them
Well,
time.
All right. Well, I might as well pull
Wow.
up the freaking footage
Spoiler
now.
alert.
Yeah.
Don't
Thanks.
spoil it. We weren't spoiling.
So one of the better reboots, Mortal Kombat 2011. I forgot they
This
named
didn't
it.
just reboot the game. This rebooted Mortal like this, brought
Right.
back to life Mortal Kombat because they were dead.
Yeah, reinvigorated it because what was it? Deception.
You didn't like Deception? That was great.
Was that the one before this?
Yeah, Deception was
I think it's
before the reboot.
Armageddon, right?
Armageddon,
Armageddon,
yes.
yes. Armageddon came after
Yeah.
Deception. Yes, that's true.
But yeah, that was a big change, and I think that the new one is considered a reboot also.
It's a reboot.
Yeah.
It's a sequel
Oh,
slash
yeah.
reboot.
Yeah,
crazy.
Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah, one.
Which is why they call it Mortal Kombat 1.
Yes and no. He
appearance
becomes a god at the end of 11,
Yes, I mean
and
it's
he
a
he
sequel.
reboots it, so it's kind of a continuation of the story,
It is a
he just-
continuation, but he started the world over, which is
right?
okay.
But that's I don't know. Is that really a reboot?
No, it's
Because they
just that's
call it
in the
Mortal
story.
Kombat 1.
That's in the story. Yeah,
Well, kind of, because his first Sub-Zero is was it Bin Han, the first one? I think.
Ben Han.
Whatever his name
Beyond.
You be dropping these names, dude. I swear
I've never
to
heard
God.
Sub-Zero
Ben
name
Han.
in my
He's the
life.
guy who eventually becomes Noob Sabat.
Oh, that's really
Right.
him, right?
Yeah, that's
okay.
right. Yeah. So he's like, yeah. So it's kind of a
Noob
reboot.
Soybot. You mean
Yeah.
Tobias and Boom?
Tobias.
Tobias and Boom. That
Oh,
character's a fake character. He's not Sub-Zero. But but yeah, I mean they're gonna put another like a 2 after this and just name it Mortal Kombat 12 at some point when they come out with the extra stuff and it's the final version. It's gonna be called
Mortal Kombat 12 after they.
yeah. Or when they make it 2 players at the same time against other people, then it'll be 12.
It's Bihan.
That'd be pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope.
Bihan.
But
But Mortal Kombat 9 is a solid reboot,
yeah, I like that game a lot. I
and
had
it
for the-
introduced us to like story mode.
Yep.
Like a legit long story mode.
You didn't like the Dragon King.
I didn't say that, but that was just kind of climb up the ladder type of thing.
Yeah.
As well, just a little more, but
But this was I played it. I had this on PSP. I still have it on PSP.
So wait, was Mortal Kombat 9 the one that kind of redid everything?
Yeah.
That was reboot.
That was,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
They went back in time.
So
when Ray
8,
did-
7,
That's the one that
all
looks
that was
similar
kinda-
to what we see now.
Okay.
Like now is an evolution of that game.
Ah, okay. So 9 started it.
Yeah,
Right.
11 continues the story from that reboot from 9.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then I get to see 1, 2, and 3 at work all the time on the collection. And I'm like, damn, that was stiff as hell.
Wait, so was there like I've never heard of Mortal Kombat 8. Like I've never heard someone say Mortal Kombat.
well, they don't
8.
call it 8 or
Is it-
7
is it-
or
It's
6
called Armageddon.
or
It
5.
has its own
No,
name.
I think
Yeah.
Armageddon's 7. Mortal Kombat 9 is Mortal Kombat
Deception.
versus DC.
Yep. Yes, it is.
Is it?
Mortal Kombat
Oh
8.
wow.
Mortal Kombat 8 is DC.
DC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
DC.
Because this is still Mortal Kombat 9.
Armageddon's 7, and then
Oh.
8's versus DC, and then 9 is
Deception.
like that's the reboot.
Looking
what's
forward
5?
to fighting you, Joel.
What's Mortal Kombat 5?
Deadly Alliance,
Oh, shit.
and then Deception was 6. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when
Okay.
Liu Kang died, got his neck snapped by Quan Chi and Shang Tsung.
But Mortal Kombat 4 is the joke game where everyone
Damn.
says, I'm going to throw you right now. And all the stupid shit.
Toasty.
And they had the worst endings of all time. Dude, that's the if you want to laugh, look up all the endings in Mortal Kombat 4. It's amazing.
For the
Mortal Kombat 4 is the worst Mortal Kombat.
But the fun,
It
the
is.
I
most-
didn't even play
it's the
that one.
funniest.
I didn't
It's
play
the
that one.
funniest Mortal Kombat.
did you have any issues with any of the new designs of Mortal Kombat 1 for the new shit?
Yeah, some of those older characters look a bit Fortnite-y.
I like that description.
Fortnite.
I mean, we played a good deal of it.
Did it
Of
win
the
you
new
over?
one. What's that?
Did it win you over?
Yeah. I feel like the combat's good. There's a lot of things they gotta figure out. Like if you push down, 3 times,
Taunt, right?
which I'll do a lot just in a footsie match. You do a taunt, and then you get your butt handed to you. Like,
Oh no.
So I hope they fix that. There's a lot of things. Just dashing in general feels weird,
So that's probably why they did the test. to figure
and
that stuff
so
out.
hopefully they'll fix all that stuff. But for the most part, I thought it was good.
Okay.
What about Rain's design? Are you cool with that? A lot of people
I don't-
complaining.
Yeah, I feel like it looks a little weird. I'd rather him just be a ninja, like he was, look like a ninja.
He was
Probably
badass.
has the suit.
He was badass in the. In
He probably
11.
still has
looked
it.
Yeah,
great.
he was sick in
He looked
11.
really fucking dope. I'm not
Rather
gonna
than
lie.
like a prince,
a magician.
like they keep
No, that's
they
great.
keep going on this whole prince
what I said,
thing,
Rain.
and
Oh.
he's purple and purple rain and
Purple Rain. Yes.
Yo, that's
that's all. It all stems from that. I don't
That's
know if you
why
know
Rain is ill.
That is why.
That is
Prince.
why Rain is
He
ill.
should
he
have a
Prince
Prince
under the
skin.
mask?
He should have a Prince skin.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah, they have
Symbol.
a prince skin. That'd be hilarious.
Just a symbol.
But I want it to be the David Chappelle Prince,
Yes.
Yes.
That would be
and
sick.
not just Prince.
If they remake this on Genesis, he'll be in there.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That's what I can see.
and when he wins,
Chappelle Prince.
he serves pancakes.
He serves you pancakes.
And I'll be happy when I see Ermac. That's when I know this is my game.
Is that your favorite guy?
Yeah, I think I like him playing him the most.
Ermac
Or
hasn't been in it
Baraka.
for a while, right?
He's
Or
been.
no?
I think it was a Deception. That's the last time I remember him.
When's the last time Ermac was in the game?
Ermac is in 9.
He's in
Oh,
nine?
he is in
Yeah.
nine.
Wait, let me
Yeah.
get this right. Ermac was the dude who'd go. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Reptile who does the ball, right? And he makes you
He
flip.
might have had a
In
move
part
like
2,
it,
right?
Ermac has a ball too, a green. I think he's got a green
Really?
spear thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, he
ill.
does, and and he does like levitation,
Telekinesis
teleport.
stuff.
He's like
Okay.
red,
Okay.
right?
He's
Yeah.
red, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's the
I'm
red
I'm trying to
ninja.
remember Ermac.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having wars with Joe in this game.
Oh, he's gonna bring it.
Yeah,
He's definitely gonna
probably
Joel's
whoop my
like, I
ass.
wouldn't call him wars.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, I've
let's
never
be
seen the
honest.
word Jerry curl. I've never seen.
Well, we've seen what happened to you all in 11.
Oh.
Nah, it was just me. It wasn't them.
I
Oh no, I never played
I
11.
haven't played.
I would get destroyed in 11.
It was just me.
Look, let's just train. For
He
a
stomped
week.
me
If
out.
we train. For
Oh
a
no,
week,
Mortal Kombat,
we'll
I
pick
stink
him.
at. I'm trash.
Yeah.
I'm
Me too.
hot garbage.
Me too. Me too.
I'm just
But-
hot garbage. I think.
9, great reboot. And next one,
Oh,
Frogger,
Frogger.
Oh, this is
from
killing me.
1997.
Ew.
The 97
On
reboot.
the PlayStation?
Yep.
Check it out.
Look
Yeah,
at
oh
that.
no, I know it quite well.
It doesn't look. Listen,
It's
they're
the
going.
same
They're going.
fucking
Yeah,
thing.
it's the same game.
Like how?
It's a reboot, guys. Come on.
I would.
No.
I would play.
don't
I
know.
played this a few times.
I
It
don't
wasn't
know.
terrible to me, but it was the same.
Fresh coat
game.
of paint.
I don't know if that's a reboot.
That's not a
it's
reboot.
not. It's the same game.
Same
But-
fucking game.
But
It's a
it's a
remake.
reboot because, well, yeah, it's like a remake.
No, it's not. It's
kinda
the
like
same.
Oh, it's a
Listen,
remake
there's
then.
3D Frogger.
Right.
That's a reboot.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
3D would be.
This
yeah.
is a remake
like Pac-Man.
Yeah.
of the first game. It's the same game.
Yeah, that's why this doesn't.
And
So
I
that
wouldn't say
particular
it's-
one.
I wouldn't say I would rather play that one than the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the same
yeah,
game.
absolutely.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
a better looking version of the same game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the 3D ones I don't know the story.
What Frogger? You don't know
Yes.
the story? Is that a thing? Ain't no fucking
Everybody knows the
story.
story of Frogger. You don't know the story of
Fucking
Frogger?
story? You're a frog. Trying not to
Maybe
get ran
different-
over.
Maybe different flies. I don't know.
Why
With
is
the-
he by the street? That's why I want to.
It would make more sense if it was a chicken.
Why the
Why
chicken cross
across
the
the
road?
road? Yes.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. I'm pretty
They
sure
want to
that's
know
a game.
why does he?
I'm sure you could download that on your iPhone.
The chicken version.
Yes.
And they try to tell you ending, and they cut it.
If they have a
Why?
chicken skin for
All out.
for Frogger.
Oh, this is gonna be the highlight of the show right here.
Oh wait,
Uh-oh.
you want to go there first, or you want to?
Oh, we can save the best for
All right,
last.
sorry, I'll say the best one. Okay.
I'll go quick.
So it's funny. It says best and worst for this one, which is fucked up.
It is fucked up.
DMC,
Yeah, man.
Devil May Cry.
Oh, that was a dope one, man.
Definitely.
People be hating.
Dude,
How is it best and worst?
Okay, check it out. Though. All right, gameplay wise, it probably was great, but story wise, what do you guys think about?
I didn't mind.
I
the
like
story.
this. I like the story, and I think it plays best in the series.
Same.
I thought he was a
Period.
better Dante than the original Dante, but I mean that's a lot of people were against me on that one.
Well, Dante is very bland.
Well,
and
he's
default.
hokey,
Yeah,
right.
it's default.
I liked his character in this one so much. So
Yeah.
this is probably the only Devil May Cry that I played it twice.
Yeah,
I played it, I beat it the first time. It got they had a definitive edition for PS4. Bought it, played it again.
It's my favorite one.
Same.
It's my
it's my
favorite one.
same.
I didn't
this
understand the hate for
Same
the
here.
character. I
Mhm.
think that people just hated the trailer so much that they never gave the game a try.
one. Yeah.
Honestly, for me, I'm watching the trailer of this game. I'm like, yo, this ain't Dante. But I still bought the game day one,
All right.
and it was fun as hell.
And then he turned into Dante. He's pretty much Dante.
Well, the hair.
I've never
hair
played
color.
it.
To
Devil
me,
May
it looked
Cry.
like an origin story.
Right.
That's how I
No,
approach it.
and that's exactly what it was. It was an origin story.
It was a real origin story.
but it was a fun game. It was
I
still a
love that
solid
game.
fun
No, the
game.
bosses in that were great.
Oh, it was
Crazy.
incredible.
And they
Yeah.
had, and it was a more in-depth telling of his and Virgil's
Yeah,
origins.
yeah, exactly. Better
Yeah.
storytelling. That's why I think it was better.
Ninja Theory, man.
You mess with those, Joel, the
They're dope.
DMC or no?
Anytime.
I've never played one. I own every one.
Oh, really? No,
So
Devil May Cry?
Devil May
But I've
Cry
never
and
played 'em.
Gears of War.
Wow.
Damn, man.
There's just some games that have,
Just-
gotten away from me.
Well, there's so many games. It's
There's
just
a lot-
it's
yeah.
easy
Well,
to lose.
that's a topic that we'll hit up on some point too.
Just,
Games that we should have played
Yeah,
but
yeah.
never played.
But never
Oh,
touched
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
good. Yeah,
that's
I was
always-
gonna throw that in.
Like I've never played Chrono Trigger. People
Me
always get
either.
on me
well,
about
actually,
that.
I can't say never.
I never played.
I never
I never
beat
played it
Chrono
either.
Trigger.
a lot of people.
never-
I played it.
I never played it.
It
Very
was a Super Nintendo game, right?
Yeah, phenomenal.
I never
Yeah,
had a Super
I
Nintendo.
hear there's gonna be a remake for that. That
No.
doesn't need to be
No,
a
it's
remake.
not.
Don't
Just
remake it.
play the original.
No, that's a wish.
It holds
that's-
up. It holds
It's wishful
up.
thinking.
They did a fan made thing and they fucking did a cease and desist shit on them.
It's wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Really?
It looked good though. I'm not gonna lie.
Joel, you can skip Devil May Cry 2.
Yeah, you don't have to play that. Devil May Cry 1 and 3.
I never played it, and
Don't.
I took everyone's
No,
advice.
don't
I took
play it.
everyone's
Don't play
advice.
it. Don't play
You can get it for PC for. I mean, you have it already
it.
anyway.
Unless you want to be bored.
I do. I
But
have them
they-
all
You can get those for $2 on
Yes.
like
on
Steam.
multiple systems.
On
Easy.
Steam, you can get a collection for $2.
Yeah.
But yeah, DMC was great. I don't see what the hate was, but what's the next?
There's a couple there. They don't have.
Actually, name some stuff that they don't have on this.
they don't have Ninja Gaiden.
Oh yeah,
Ninja-
the
Ninja
reboot.
Gaiden, yeah, I
reboot
was-
That's
of
an
Ninja Gaiden.
excellent
That's on
reboot.
my list.
That
That's
is
actually
a
on my list.
solid. I have one.
That is a reboot.
But
I
they
have-
have 1, 2, and 3 in it though.
I have one complaint about it, and that is it.
Yeah,
The music.
The
The
music.
music.
The Ninja Gaiden for the NES had the best music, arguably.
Well, when you're comparing it to the best music of pretty much one of the best soundtracks of all
Right,
time.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, dude, I was playing. I don't know if it's part 1 or part 2 that has the sewer level. I think it might be the
That's two.
2. I fell asleep while playing because the music was so bad. I fell asleep while playing.
Well,
I'm like,
did you put your own
I think
music
that was
in
part 1.
No,
I
I
think
don't
part
think
1 had a sewer.
I don't
Nah,
think I was
I know
able
exactly
to.
what
I thought part 1 had the sewer
I
level.
think part 1
Might
had
be
a sewer.
could be part 1.
Yeah.
Nah, you
I
fell
think
asleep
there's
on
a
a
sewer
part
level
one.
in every one, probably.
Yeah, I know exactly. It's in 2 though. The level you're talking about is in 2.
Yeah, that's my only complaint. Other than that, it's I love it. I love
But
that.
I
Wasn't
love
it-
all 3 of those games.
They're great
That was a good reboot for Ninja Gaiden.
It needs more. Needs some.
Razor's Edge 3. 3 Razor's Edge, not the old
I
3.
played the original 3.
Right.
Yes, it had your boy in it, Robert T. Sturgeon.
Robert T. Sturgeon. Put respect on his name.
He was in that game. They took him out of the what was it? The Wii?
No.
Wii U?
Yeah, they took him out of the Wii U. Yeah, the
He was
Wii U.
out of the Wii
Razor's
U
Edge
one.
was the first. Yeah, the Wii U one was.
How you gonna take
Razor.
him out the game?
I laughed when he showed his name. I was like, ew. Who the
That's
hell
a
is-"
talk about a throwback. I'm the only person who knows who the fuck he is. I'm like, Jesus.
And I was dying. But I mean, yeah, that's totally different than what the original game was. Same difficulty. It's one of the harder games
It's
you can
tough.
I don't think that they're canon to the original games because I think
get. No, they're not
Ryu's
connected.
father was like what, Joe in the second one, like in the reboot, and then he was Ken.
Ken in
The
the
old one.
NES ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the father's name is different.
Both of those characters are in Street Fighter 1, by the way. Ken
Are
and-
you
and Joe?
at the end of your list already?
I know.
Well,
no, there's a few more.
The list on the site.
There's another one. There's another one. We're gonna get to,
I mean, I got two.
I got some in my head. I'm thinking of
Yeah, you
now.
can name. You can name them.
Yeah, fire them
Go
all.
ahead.
Strider.
Yes. That reboot. Which reboot? The
That's
Actually,
that was yes.
yeah, the one with the Metroidvania.
Strider on the
Metroidvania
PS3
one,
was
yeah.
a good reboot.
That was really good.
I fucking
That is a great
That was
reboot.
love that
really
game.
good.
I actually want to play that again because
Yeah.
that was so much fun.
It slept on. No one really talks about it.
Oh, it was so dope.
And,
Yeah, that game is great.
Reggie was talking about there's a 60 frame one for the PS4 and Xbox.
I would rock
This
this
is what I'm-
again.
This
is what it is right
This was
The
great.
60 frame. Wow, it's crazy.
You don't even know. Relax.
No, that's a good one. That's
That
a
was
very good one.
that's a very good freaking
Now the
reboot.
remake one that they made for the PlayStation 1 is it wasn't good. It was not finished. It looked good. But that was the first game I played for my PS2.
What about what do you guys feel about the Shinobi?
Shinobi was a reboot?
That was
a reboot,
that
right?
was a
3D?
PlayStation
3D.
2. That was a reboot.
So
yeah.
for the PS2, it's actually a really good reboot. A lot of people can't handle the difficulty of it,
You beat that.
but it was really it's actually
liked
really
it.
solid.
I liked
Oh,
it.
I thought you would even from a Shinobi guy like you enjoyed that game.
I thought
did.
Joel would hate it.
Yeah, I thought Joe
he
would
was
like
gonna
shit on it.
kill-
I swear.
No, I liked it.
Look
Is
at
that that's the cutscene from it? I don't
Look at
even
that
remember
vampire.
Yep, that's the beginning.
That
That's a
actually looks
vampire.
good. That actually does look good.
Go to
still.
gameplay. Gameplay is cool because you have to charge up your sword. You got this long scarf that's always like
I can't even see
dangling in the wind. It's solid.
up
A
with the
lot of
camera?
people said it was too hard and they couldn't get through it.
Yeah,
Everyone
Very good.
complains about fucking.
But
difficult
it's
games.
solid.
I thought it was good.
Well,
Was
if
the
you don't-
scarf
it's
a weapon?
No. It just made him look like he was moving cooler.
really fast.
Look like Strider.
Gotcha.
Yeah, look cool.
I like that game.
Retry, he started the whole game over.
How about
No.
have you guys played oh gosh, I'm spacing on the name. It's an interesting one on this list or to put on a list because it's Contra, but it's not Contra. And it's on the
Hardcore.
PS3.
Rising,
Hardcore.
uprising.
Hardcore Uprising.
Uprising. It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
That game is so good. And you know it's a Contra game. It's got Contra music. You know, it's got the, a blue guy, a red guy, and in my eyes, I feel like that's a reboot.
I don't know why they couldn't call it Contra. And I think that's one of the best Contras they could have possibly made.
It's got the difficulty. It's got new
Oh,
mechanics.
this game was dope.
New mechanics that are
Dude,
cool.
it had a story mode where you can, like,
and it gives
like,
you
upgrade
energy.
them.
And
can
it gives you
upgrade
energy.
them. Well, you can upgrade that.
Yeah.
Oh, you
It's
have
a tough
upgrades.
game.
Yeah, you have all that. That game is so solid. If you haven't played it,
I
It's-
beat
need to
this.
search-
Yeah, it was
you need to
fucking good.
search it out and play it.
This was very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good game. I got
That
Battletoads.
Do you consider
Oh,
it a reboot? Because
that
it
is a
follows
reboot.
the story
I never
from
That's
the
a
played it.
old game because they said they were
I played
locked
the old
away
one.
for years.
That's a reboot, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's hell yeah, that's a reboot.
Because
But they still
it's like a
follow the
revival,
story.
so it's like it follows a story, but it does reboot.
It's totally different. Yes. It's a different.
that is a reboot of a series. If I've never.
Oh,
seen
that's
it.
a reboot. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I know what you mean story wise. Like
They
it does
followed the
continue
story
to-
from the old
But
games.
they
though.
mock it though.
Oh, they mocked it,
That's why
yeah.
it's like a reboot because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, no one knows about it now, and we used to do this, but we're like washed up. That's a
I
reboot.
mean, I
You
was-
guys said they
I
could
was
have
saying.
the same story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. If
Well,
I would
it's
have
a,
said
it's a
that.
sequel.
If I would have mentioned Battletoads, everyone would be like, no, it's not. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
No, you didn't say it though.
I know, I didn't. That's exactly why I didn't.
Battletoads not
You
bad.
should have said it.
No, it was questionable. It's questionable, but I would say
Not questionable at all. That's a full reboot.
I don't think so. I think
Yeah,
it's
look
a
at
reboot.
this.
Thank you. Thank
Come on,
you,
man.
Joel.
Look at
It's
that.
totally different.
What
it's,
about
it's a different take on it. Yes.
Look at that.
Bionic Commando?
But you wouldn't say Mario 2 is a
Bionic
reboot?
Commando is a reboot. A really
Someone
good one.
mentioned-
That was
For the
good.
PS3.
Someone in the chat mentioned.
Someone
Bionic
mentioned
Commando.
Bionic Commando.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bionic Commando is a reboot. The
Yeah.
3D.
It's a
one.
solid reboot too.
The
I like
3D
That
it.
was good.
I like the
The
rearmed
story
one.
fell apart though.
Rearmed is so much better as a game.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 3D one is a reboot.
And you know what? The 3D one was good, and then the story was so fucking trash.
It's Spider-Man.
ruined
though.
it.
It's Spider-Man. I was watching someone play it, and I was like, dude, that's pretty much
Those
Spider-Man.
are Spider-Man mechanics.
Spider-Man?
Yeah. Well, wait, swings around. See, look at
Yeah,
that.
that's Spider-Man.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, he
Look
flipped
at
the shit out of him.
Oh,
flipped the
man.
shit
Those
out
are
of him.
Spider-Man combos.
Yeah,
Yo,
Spider-Man.
he was mad fun in Marvel vs. Capcom.
I think people didn't like
He
the
was,
dreadlocks
right?
though.
Yeah.
The dreadlocks ain't like
That's the problem they have with the game. They're racist.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, they racist out.
It was like, how dare you have dreadlocks? Who's this guy? Same with
I-
Prince of Persia. It's crazy.
I know a bad reboot from back in the day.
What's that?
Blaster Master on the Sega Genesis.
Is it a reboot though, or is it a sequel? Blasting again?
No, it's not a sequel because
remake.
they came out with Blaster Master 2 on the Sega Genesis as well.
Yeah. Oh, what? They had Blaster Master 1?
Yep.
Oh, they did, didn't they?
On the Genesis?
I'm the Blaster
Ooh.
Master guy. Damn it.
Wow.
I know they had.
But then think about it.
they rebooted
There's a really
it
good
on-
reboot later, Blaster Master Zero, right?
Well, they rebooted it again on the Wii.
Switch.
Oh, that
Was
was
it? No. The
No,
Wii
no,
on
no,
the
there was
Wii
a-
with
there
the
was a
ugly
shit one.
controller.
there was a shit one.
Because
Yes.
you could only play with that stupid slanting controller,
Yikes.
Okay.
and you couldn't.
I
The
think-
button in the back is to strafe the trigger,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
have to hold it like a Nintendo.
Wait, was it
controller.
co-op? Because it
I
was
don't-
trash. I
I
remember
don't
playing
remember.
that. I remember
was
playing
broken
it. It was
as
trash
hell.
as fuck.
It was broken as hell because you couldn't change the controller. I was like, I only my button up here was to strafe. I can play this.
Zero was a great
Zero was great.
reboot.
Yes, but
yeah.
I don't know if I call it a reboot because they reference Blaster Master 1 for Nintendo.
It's still fine. Battletoads did the same thing. It's a reboot.
There's a character in the game from the
He's
first
moving
game.
the goalposts.
There's a
He's
character
moving
in the
goalposts.
game.
Is it
Oh,
just a
oh,
reference
now it matters
or
when
is
I do it to you.
actually?
That's the Genesis one. Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh,
Yuck.
that is disgusting. What the fuck is that game?
Oh,
Is
I
that-
told you.
Dude, that is worse than I could.
So is that
Look at the-
Blaster Master? Like they,
Like a
they call
foot.
that Blaster
Blaster
Master?
Master 2.
Blaster Master.
Jesus, that's Halo side scroller.
Dude, that's
Yeah, the boots.
Dude, that's terrible.
that's a different game.
I'd rather play as the big-headed
Yeah, what
overhead game.
Wait,
what is this game?
What is this part?
This is where you,
You
go
know
look
that's
for
how
the
when
vehicle.
it goes from little mode to big mode.
Yeah, and
yeah.
you get back in your
Oh,
car.
he looks like a turd.
Yeah, but he.
I mean, I should like this game as a Blaster Master guy, but I don't want to play this.
It doesn't look like doesn't have that. magic.
Ew! What is this
It's a-
secret?
It's a secret
room?
passage.
Bad design, man.
Come on, man.
That's
All
great.
right.
It's great design.
Pretty
All
cool.
He's fighting Ed 209.
All
That
right.
was it. 209.
But you know, we
But
got
you know what? I might be wrong. Actually, I think maybe it's just a sequel.
That was Rising
Well, it's
again
a-
or whatever, right?
the rise.
Yeah,
of
I'm
diarrhea.
wrong. I'm wrong. It was just Blaster
Oh,
Master 2. I
blasting again.
apologize.
Okay, so they did. There was a reboot though. 2. I was instead of
That
0,
was vomit.
a reboot. But yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was not great.
But show the one. Show the one for the Switch.
Hold on.
What,
I mean the
Zero?
Wii. Show
Oh,
the one for
Wii.
the Wii.
Blaster Master for the Wii.
Blaster
Yes,
Master.
Overdrive. I think it's called.
Yeah, check this out. That's terrible.
I thought it looked cool.
Yes,
and it was supposed to be a
Overdrive.
remake of Part 1.
Yes.
And I was
Blast-
like, yeah, let me try this. And it was trash.
It's freaking terrible.
Look at it.
Blaster Master
Look at that.
Overdrive.
Look
Looks
at
like a
that. Who's
driving
that guy?
game. That's a driving.
Who
game.
was my dude in the orange hat?
He looks like a luchador.
Yeah, he did.
Story
He had
head
a-
phone.
Skip to
like
the
a mask on or
skip to the thing. 'Cause they have a story. I was like, cool.
Oh wait, look,
Game
look
didn't
at
look
that,
bad,
Look at that intro.
But the
There you go.
controls are awful.
Look at that.
See, that does look like Blaster Master.
That looks.
though.
It looks good.
Yeah. The controls are terrible. Go switch to the person when they get out.
I know this actually looks kind of legit, Jay. I don't know, man. Maybe.
Switch
Fast forwarding. Fast forwarding.
Yeah, fast forward about 20% in, you'll be out the car.
Almost finished with this video.
Ooh, we never got out the car?
I
Damn
know.
it.
Because you can't get out the car.
It's an 8-minute video.
Well,
Yeah.
that's Blaster Master, and it had a chance to be cool. But Zero really killed it. It was great.
Oh, that's a good one, Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, that's a good one.
Is
Kid-
it a,
Kid
is it a
Icarus.
reboot?
Kid Icarus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kid Icarus for
Kid Icarus a
3DS.
reboot?
It is a
Yeah.
sequel,
Uprising.
but it was such a change in gameplay. You
Yeah.
have to
Oh,
consider
yeah.
it a reboot.
That's when it's
Hell
reboot,
yeah,
when they
man.
add new
Yeah.
new mechanics and all that
But it's
stuff.
a sequel.
Oh God.
It is a sequel. But it is a sequel, but it's like it changed the mechanics so much from what it used to be.
Chalk is like,
Does
I've
that
been
look like,
telling y'all.
Yes.
It looks nothing like Kid Icarus for NES, man. Come
No, it
on.
doesn't.
That's
No, it looks like
That's
it was-
completely different.
that's a reboot.
That's completely
Oh
different.
wow.
It's a
Yeah,
mixture
that's
of
that's a reboot.
And
I
I-
just don't know why they never made it with
Is
real
that
controls.
Pit or Dark Pit?
I don't know why they never released this
That's
for Wii.
With real controls.
Yeah, no, they never released this
With
for
two
Wii. and it-
analog sticks.
People have
Or
been
Wii
dying
U.
for this to
this
come
looks
out.
like
Or
Star
Wii U.
Fox.
And
Yeah.
plays more like Space Harrier,
Right.
intense,
Yeah.
modern Space Harrier.
That's awesome.
That's
And then
exactly
when
what
he's
it is.
on the ground, it plays like a 3D Smash Brothers. It's weird, but it plays pretty dope.
Damn,
Yeah.
this makes me want to play as Pit and Smash Bros. Man, I'm pretty.
This is dope.
Is Planet Horizon a reboot?
That's a good
I don't
question.
know. I don't know if
even
there's a
know.
story in
It
that
plays the
game.
same. It plays the same.
But I don't know why they didn't make that yet. Nintendo makes everything over.
Right.
And if they can milk a franchise with the same game, they
It's-
do it.
Oh yeah.
But we have to get to the main game of
Wait.
this entire discussion.
Do we have
We
any
can.
others?
No,
But
first,
before you do, I got two nerdy ones to throw in
go ahead.
Drop
that
'em
people
like-
probably don't know.
Shoot.
Oh, we know.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
He said, yeah.
We're waiting.
All right, Sticks. What is they remade Ease 4? What is that?
Oh, I don't know nothing about you.
Then what are you trying to tell us? See, that's what I'm saying.
No, you got me on that. I don't know nothing
He
about
said, I
Eve.
don't know nothing about it.
Nothing about Eve.
I just know the Master System one. That's the only one.
But there's one on PS2. Nah, I don't know.
A lot of people don't know this, but
Yes, please.
Ease Salsetta is a remake, or I guess it's a it's not a reboot.
For the Vita?
Well, it might be a reboot. It's interesting.
Hold on. Let me look
I
this
don't-
up.
That's Vita, right?
It's for the Vita.
So Ease Salsetta is basically they took elements from there was several versions of this game, and they took them and they made Ease Salsetta.
Interesting.
They like just remade the whole game.
Was it 3 or 4? You said which one?
Yeah, Ease
Ease
Salsetta is Ease 4.
He's 4. Okay.
Interesting.
I saw he's red.
And
I like the art.
and Ease Otha Falgana is actually Ease 3.
Did they ever remake 1 and 2 again, where you can attack?
They did remastered, like I guess they remade 1 and 2. I forget what it's called, Echo or what is it?
And there's a
I can't
0 too, right? There's so many.
What's that?
There's a 0 too, right?
That would be considered Origin.
Okay.
Ease Origin.
Dude, there's so many E's. I never played 1.
Take it easy.
You got
Take
it. You
it
got to play
wise.
it.
Wise.
Oh Lord.
I call it wise.
I used to call it wise. I
It
used
will
to say
forever
wise.
be wise.
Ease? I was like, well, I guess it makes sense.
Ease is life, kids.
Yes.
Embrace it.
That's your shining force.
Ease. Oh, Shining
No,
Force
Ease is
3,
a
the
good
greatest game
series.
ever made.
Ease is good.
I like to try them. Listen, like a few of the newer ones look like something I could play.
I saw Tree
John.
Gaming playing one, and it fucking looked dope.
Yeah.
Looked
This is
really
it.
dope.
This
Yeah.
is what he was playing.
That was the first game we seen him play.
Yeah, this was what
And
he
he
was playing.
stood there for 30
Nah,
minutes
he was smaller.
talking to somebody.
The guy was smaller.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, smaller.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I'd like to
Ease
try.
Salsetta, you can shrink down like Blaster Master.
Yeah.
That's probably what he did then.
Oh, that's probably what he did.
Yeah. All right. and what's the other
All
one?
right, let's get to the main game. I wish I'd have prepared for this.
Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia. Get that one up. That's a reboot. Get that
It
one
is.
up.
It is.
it
Sands of
is.
time.
They had 3 of them.
Actually, no, it was
Used to be size.
Oh wait,
zero.
there was another
on
one.
there was a
PC.
no. The one that I'm thinking of is
360.
it's called Prince of Persia. Yeah, for the 360 and,
360.
and PS3.
He's in like blue and red or some shit.
Yeah.
It was literally a reboot.
Yeah,
Okay.
you couldn't.
Oh.
you
Just
couldn't-
called Prince of Persia.
You couldn't die in that.
It was
game.
rebooted a
Yeah.
couple of times.
You like
That-
fight bosses
that
and
one-
shit,
There's
right?
like a spirit chick who throws you back up.
Yep.
It's like
Okay.
a puzzle platformer, pretty much, like an
It
exploration.
looked okay.
It's a exploration.
I thought it was fun.
Exploration.
I really liked.
puzzle
I
platform.
really
But the-
liked Sands of Time, and I should have finished that trilogy,
Mhm.
and I just didn't.
Yeah, but that one on the 360 wasn't complete because once you got to the end of the game, it was just like, wait, that's the
Tornado.
end?
Tornado, right?
I don't remember.
I
But
sto-
it
whoa.
just, you I don't remember fighting a boss at the end of that game.
I don't remember beating. I think I got pretty far in what was it, Warrior Within? I think it was.
There's a glitch in
Yeah,
that
that
game.
was 2.
There is,
That's
right?
true.
Yeah,
The glitch, yeah.
Oh, okay.
that was
'Cause I don't
part
remember
2.
beating. I'm like,
Well, that was 2. The second in that trilogy.
Yeah, it was a lot darker. I liked that one a lot. And
Yeah.
then the glitch happened and it fucked everything up. And I said, all right, well,
But
I'm
3
done.
didn't. 3 was good though.
3 I heard was awesome. I never got a chance
But I
to
heard
play
it got
it.
real.
I
Like,
fuck with the
Sands of Time reboot.
I guess
they did that
Yeah, that
again?
one was awesome.
It's
I
my
heard it
favorite
got
one.
real serious.
With the sand shit. And there was a boss.
My
at
favorite
the end
one.
of That one. That one was.
That was a good reboot.
And now it's rebooted again to side scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got rebooted a bunch of times, dude.
Not
Would you
bad.
call
So
would
I
you
guess-
call
I guess
Street
it
Fighter
counts.
Alpha a reboot?
Did Toe Jam and Earl have a
Spin-off.
reboot?
Toe Jam Earl rebooted. Yes, it did.
That feels like a reboot.
Yeah.
It felt
What,
like
3?
Because it did 1, 2, and 3,
four.
and then
Oh
it
no, a
went,
new one.
and
A
then
new
it
one,
went to
yeah.
the new one. Yeah.
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 And there was supposed to be a
counts.
sequel to that, and that never happened, right?
sequel
I-
to
Another Toe Jam and Earl was supposed to come out.
I don't know.
after 3,
Yes, after 4.
Hmm.
after 4. Oh, after. Oh, I don't know
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Huh.
There wasn't a 4. It was a reboot.
All right, fine.
Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, that's part 1.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it played like a reboot of part 1. It
It's
had
so
the same
smooth, though.
same ending and everything. I was just like,
I mean, if you compare part 1 to that, you'd be like, oh, that's the shit.
oh, actually, yeah, exactly.
Dude, I've always liked this game, and I still don't know why. It's like the most. It's the funkiest, weirdest shit that
like
I
a
ever
P-
played.
it's like a
but
PC game,
But I
it's weird.
enjoy the shit out of Toe Jam and Earl. I really do.
Yeah.
On paper,
I
you
can't
don't
even.
like
I
it, but
can't even with that game. Dude.
It's just like it's the weirdest fucking game, dude.
I think there was one I didn't even know how to get it started. I can't remember which one. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I don't even know what the heck.
Oh man.
Those games are weird.
Is Adventure Island a reboot of Wonder Boy? Nah, it's
What?
not, it's not. There's so many games in that
No, it's
franchise.
the same
though.
game.
Something has to be a reboot in that franchise, though, because they're totally different by the time you get to 2. It's crazy.
Anyone else have any others?
Is Mario 2 a
Nah.
reboot?
It's Mario 2.
No, man. No.
It's totally different. It's
No,
different game.
That's a reskin.
Yeah, exactly.
it is a
Yeah,
reskin.
there you go.
All right, let's get to the main game. We made this whole thing. The whole podcast was just to get to this. The biggest, one of the most successful remakes, or reboots, I should say. God of War. What year was that? 2018, right?
What for?
Yeah, 2018's God of War.
2018, yeah.
All right, so let's get to the rundown of how you think this game did. I mean, obviously, a lot of people thought it was a success, and a lot of sales. Considered one of the better reboots.
Yep.
So, what did you guys like about this game?
I'm still trying to beat it.
You didn't beat
but-
the first game.
Oh,
you didn't beat the first
shoot.
God of
Oh,
War.
the first one? Yeah, I beat that shit.
2018.
I was thinking, sorry, thinking of Ragnarok. Sorry.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Wow.
I thought it was dope.
Welcome to the podcast.
In comparison to God of War, the one that got run down into the ground, into Ascension, and then the PSP versions, like they ran that gameplay into the ground.
The when I was late to the game with God of War, because everyone else was playing
Well,
it.
you played them all, like
Yeah,
right
yeah, I
after each
played
other.
them all back to back. I even played Ascension. You know,
But they made so many. It's like a Assassin's
Ascension's
Creed.
garbage.
yeah, the yeah, Ascension was just like a filler.
I like Ascension.
It wasn't bad for me, but it just wasn't.
They just found a
anything that
new
stood
way
out.
to do some graphics and they put it in there.
But I think out of that
different group.
entire series, for me, that kind of stood out as like, oh, this is. I see why it was part 3.
3 is the pinnacle.
Part 3, I
Ooh,
said
3
this
is the
was.
best.
I said three is
That's
so. I just don't see where they could have expanded from 3 with those mechanics and how to make that. I just thought that was the pinnacle. That was
It's probably
Yeah.
the
as
best
dope as it gets.
third part of anything.
Yep.
But
you can say Halo 3 maybe, but this is one of the top.
Yeah.
starting the
That's-
new ones obviously is very different. Took away the jump. They took you're in another world and
But they
stuff like
changed
that.
the game.
They changed the
completely.
game completely. I like the little,
Different mythology.
they had a hint of magic towards the end of the first one, but I was very disappointed with how it ended. Didn't get a chance to play Ragnarok yet, but I would only say that I hope it, would grasp the magic that 3 had and put that into the next one.
They haven't
you know.
gotten there yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. The magic has to be there.
But you can only repeat it.
Love the
like-
love the
right.
combat, love that stuff, but it's risky. It's risky as shit to
You can't build to
Yeah.
something that big without copying it. If
Yes.
you did it again, it'd be like, okay, we did this already.
Yeah.
It's not gonna have the same effect.
Yeah.
So I can see why they'd be like, all right, especially since that was the 3rd, and they did what 6? Like how many more after that? Ascension was the 4th one they made in that,
Chains
and
of
then
Olympus,
then they had the
Ghost
PSP.
of Sparta.
Yeah.
They had 2 on the PSP.
Yeah.
Chains
And-
of Olympus,
and
Ghost of
3.
Sparta, and
Chains of Olympus was good. They had a HD remake or whatever.
They made them.
I
Yeah,
got
they
'em.
put them on the.
yeah, they put
system.
them on PS3.
Yep.
But
And they were good.
after
got
that many, especially since 3's your pinnacle,
Mhm.
and you can't beat that. I don't care what you did. They weren't beating that, so they had to say, we have to change this game.
Yeah.
I would have just made 3 again.
Make 3
Keep
again.
redoing it. Keep remaking everything else. Make 3 again.
Make 3 like
That would be beautiful.
Make 3 like the reboot. Make them all like the reboot.
Yeah, do it over.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Build 1, 2, and 3.
I mean,
over.
it's the same studio that did it, so
Yeah,
they
exactly.
did both versions.
I did like. All right, what I did like about the remake or reboot is the combat. Obviously, it's not the same combat, but I like the strategic elements they added into that game
Still felt like God of War.
and the way you were fighting the characters.
That
Yeah.
felt like
Still felt like it.
like
It made
meathead type.
It was
you know,
still
that
grimy,
shit.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh, I
like
do
that
have a comment about that though.
What
It
are you
didn't.
talking about?
he said, "What are you talking about?"
That's what I liked about it. that
Until
made
you
it
got the
different
chains. Until you got
than
the
other.
chains.
Then you got the chains. I was
That's
like,
when it really
wow,
felt like it.
This
though.
feels like the old game still.
Right.
Besides jumping, and I didn't really care about jumping too much.
I did in the beginning.
Yeah,
In the beginning, I was like,
I struggled with it, so I didn't miss it.
I was
I'm not
like,
even gonna lie.
I didn't
I
like
was
the
like-
platforming in the other games, so I was like, good, take that shit out.
I actually like the platform.
Hold on a sec. Joe
Joel's
looks like
so angry.
he's about to explode. I wanted Joe to get his
Joel's
thoughts
like,
out.
I don't want to talk about this at all.
no.
I want Joe to get his thoughts out
There we go, Joe.
about what he thinks of the reboot and what should they have done to make it better, because we know you don't like it.
I wish I should have prepared for this. I was actually going to make a video after I got done with that turd. And I was like,
Damn.
like everything that's wrong with it. And then I found a guy who made a video that expressed it so well.
Yeah.
And I just went and commented on his video and I said, thank you. I'm not the only one that has a brain.
He's like,
And-
I'm
and-
alone out here.
And that video got 3
Um,
views. Let me stop.
But like, listen, to say that 3 is awesome. 3 is great. And it's amazing. But to say that they couldn't go anywhere from there, I think that's absurd. I think they could have. I mean, I don't care if they change up the story and do wherever they went to Thorland or whatever it's called. And,
God damn.
Thorland.
Thorland.
The theme park. The theme park.
but it was just like in the originals, the gameplay, you had to know your combos. You had to you got rewarded for like the better things that you did, the like a better combo, you got rewarded with orbs. I felt like the new one was very button mashy. I felt like the new one had about 4 enemies that were just reskinned over and over and over and over again. Like they had no variety. It was just like, to me, and then you got this crybaby of a boy that I just want to punch in the face the whole time. He's just crying and crying and whining. I'm like, why am I on? This should be, like Adventures in Babysitting is what it should be called.
The
Something,
Adventures of Babysitting.
It's like I'm already a
something like
father.
that,
What am I
because it's just so like it got so old listening to that kid. The graphics are superb. The music is superb. I won't argue that. It was definitely a like, oh, this looks like a really good this is a PS5 game, right? Like you could, when it came to the PS5, did it come out PS4 first, right?
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah, it
It was
does.
on PS4.
Yes.
And then they gave a PS5 upgrade and it looked amazing.
Yep.
But man, like I was so bored. I'm all like, okay, let's take this boat to this island. Oh, look, this enemy I beat 18 times already in the last 20 minutes. That doesn't look any different. Yeah, let's fight him again. And then most like anticlimactic ending ever of a game after you spend all this time
Oh,
going through it. Like, I'm all down with a reboot or a remake if you do something better, but I feel like it was a downgrade to what we had.
Where do you think 3 could have went from where, since it was so dope, and where could have, if they did God of War 4, what could they have done that make this series better rather than just do the same dope shit that you did in part 3?
Yeah, I mean, that's that. I'm not a game developer. I don't know exactly where they would do that, but like to think that, like, I don't know, what was I like? I was playing. Okay, for example, I played a game called Bat Boy. Have you heard of Bat Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all like Nintendo graphics, and I seen crap in there. I was like, holy cow! Like I never thought of that.
That's the
That's
2D
really-
platformer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like 8-bit.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that actually
and
looks
you're
pretty
like,
dope.
and you're like, holy cow, that's really cool that they thought of that and they did that. So I just think it's, with the right people, the right team, that you could find. Oh, there it is.
It's clean.
It is. It's an awesome game if you haven't played it. But like they could have still done, Thorland, but had like good combat, had a good story.
Oh, so
Had
you
a
don't
good-
you don't like the combat at all?
No, the combat seemed way more button mashy than any of the older God of Wars.
Really?
Interesting.
Dodge,
I
hit
don't-
him,
I don't
dodge, hit him,
agree.
dodge. It's like the same freaking formula that we've had since
I mean, it
the
could be
Xbox.
it could be the person that's playing. I don't know, Joel.
Any game could be
Well, that's the
button
thing.
mashed.
I ran right through it. I felt like, okay, this was not even a challenge at all. And then take out jumping, take out platforming. It's like, I'm just walking around.
He said, "I'm just walking around."
And it felt dumb. It felt boring. I was
Man,
like,
Joel.
and it was such a chore to get through that game. And I'll tell you what, too, I had just had a surgery and I was on crazy medicine that made everything awesome. And still, it sucked.
He said, "Still, it's so."
And you know what's crazy? How karma works. Because now I have to moderate the God of War panel
Oh, it's
next
amazing.
month
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
it's amazing.
Nice.
Karma.
with Kratos and Thor. So I'm like, I talked to Ashley, who she's a Media Glitch member from back in the day. I was like, can you please do the God of War panel? Because I feel like I'm gonna slip up and
Oh,
say something like,
Someone
so
needs
what's it
record
like
this.
to work on such a big turd?
Oh,
Bro.
well, they could just watch this podcast. And
Yeah, exactly.
They
Well,
can know your
I feel
thoughts
like
on it.
I feel like you're talking about Ragnarok because I do feel similar to some of the stuff you're saying. I see it in Ragnarok. I don't see it in the first God of War reboot.
What, like,
stuff.
explain?
A lot of stuff you're saying about it being a slog and being more like a walk, like the way you get
feels like a
around in the
chore.
second game. It does seem like more of a chore in Ragnarok
You know why? Because
because it was
you freaking had the beer goggles on with God of War. You took it back to your home. You did your thing with her, and God of War 2 comes out, and it's the next morning, and the makeup's off, and now you're like, oh crap, this is really what's going on.
The morning after, huh?
No, I felt it was more of the same. I felt like it was more of the stuff that I thought was great in the first reboot. And
But look, if it's more of the same, that
the
means
effect is gone.
what it
No,
was back then really wasn't
the
that
combat was still amazing. The music is still amazing. The story wasn't. It didn't do anything for me. I mean, like I said, I feel like how you felt in part 1, for part 2 for me.
great. Yeah, it's called catching up. You're just catching up.
It's a different game. It's a different game.
No, hold on. Hold on. I have a question, Joel.
All right.
Were you upset about the fact that the God of War reboot didn't have the sex mini games?
Damn.
Because I was.
That's
I
what it
was
was,
upset,
huh?
man.
Well, listen,
I can get over the not jumping thing, but without that,
honestly, until right now, I probably didn't even realize that.
Shit, for real? Oh, that was the
For
first
real.
thing I know.
But I mean, I did realize that all the other ones did, you know?
Yeah.
Well, he was a
Like, that's
different
so
character.
hilarious when the camera would cut away and you would just see like the furniture rocking.
Yo, dude, that.
Like,
That
I
was like
felt
a
like there
2-second
just
minigame.
wasn't
But
any
it's
moments
funny
where,
He was
2 seconds.
oh, let's talk about bosses and
bosses
epicness.
in Ragnarok
It's
were better.
not there. It's
Bosses
not
were
there
better.
at all.
Bosses were better in Ragnarok.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about Ragnarok.
I'm
We're
saying
talking about reboots,
they were
man.
better than the
Hey,
first
we're
one.
going back to game 2. We're going to the first game was what we're talking about. Stay on track, okay? Stay on track.
Well, you're gonna have to play
Listen,
Ragnarok because you're doing a
Those
panel,
bosses,
right?
man, after you climb the Titans, after you've done like all this crazy stuff, now you're gonna make me fight some skinny guy in a forest and think that's gonna be amazing?
It was a
Get
good
outta
fight.
here.
That was a good fight.
That was a good fight.
That was a good
Yeah.
fight.
It just wasn't it wasn't epic. I never had any moments where I was like, holy smokes, I can't believe I'm doing this right now. It's like when I play Final Fantasy 16, I'm all like, holy smokes, I'm doing this right now.
Mhm.
And Final Fantasy 16, that could have been God of War, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like
To me, it's epic.
like if you have the right team, the new God of War could have been epic. It could have been epic, but it was just like it was a chore. It was a chore to get through.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I mean, granted, I do agree. Like, I enjoyed the boss battles in God of War, the reboot, right?
Mhm.
But when I look at the
What boss battles though?
you fought a giant dragon. You fought.
That thing was freaking quick time. That's it, and you killed him. It was 2 seconds. It
That was
doesn't
epic,
even
though.
count.
I ripped his tooth
Doesn't
out.
even count.
I ripped his tooth out.
Yeah, like
That was epic. I like that.
nah, that was a fun battle. And then what the hell was his name again?
Oh, you fought a dude on a
when he fought
on a
Baldur.
dragon, didn't you?
Yeah,
It was
you
on some
fought him
flying
on the
thing.
dragon, and then like at the end of the game, spoiler alert, you're fighting him in midair on top of something that
Well,
Freya
there's a
built.
giant behind
giant-
you. Yeah,
yeah,
there is, but
like,
you didn't fight
What
the
you're
that
giant.
was
and what you're
crazy.
talking about is the last boss. And
Right.
like 10 minutes into Final Fantasy, there's more epicness than that whole game.
I didn't play.
I'm
Final
not
Fantasy
taking it away
16
from you.
yet.
I'm not taking that away. Yeah, like I said, 3 was the most epic you could do in the game.
But yeah, I remember seeing because I didn't play the previous 3. I
the beginning.
I saw some of these boss battles and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, and
I don't miss
think-
the jumping though.
I think
I don't miss the jumping.
I think the opening of God of War 3, you're literally fighting on top of a Titan, right, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Right, yeah.
yeah. They're
Some
climbing
just
up a
straight
mountain.
nonsense.
You're basically fighting a mountain.
Yeah, it's straight
What was
nonsense.
that? Chronos.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
no, you
I mean,
can't top that. That's
I-
one of the
I-
best games of all time. Like you
I
can't
understand.
beat that.
I understand where you're coming from, but and the Valkyries were fun to fight.
Valkyries made me buy the game.
Did
yeah,
they?
Like after I
no,
beat the game, I bought the game because I played it.
I
bought
did
it.
the same thing too. I
I
bought
it to fight those.
I bought
Valkyries.
it after the when I started
that
playing
was-
Well,
Valkyries.
but I mean,
Oh.
I don't understand. Like, I fought a couple of them, and I was like, okay, I don't want to spend no more time in this game. I've already wasted.
You
too
know
much
what
time.
also is too,
That was
because like
tough.
you know that the whole Chronos thing in God of War 3 is amazing and it's epic,
Mm.
but I don't necessarily want to see that constantly over and over and over. To match the.
I think they
epicness, you
did
know?
a different.
It's
It's a different game.
Yeah,
It's a
because-
different direction.
Because then you're
You
gonna.
know?
But
have
I'm not saying you can't like the old one. better.
Yeah.
exactly, but I mean, then you're gonna have to get more epic. You're gonna have to fight 2 Cronoses at the same
Yeah,
time
yeah,
while
yeah.
they're fighting each other, and the world is getting
Imagine
crazy.
fighting two.
You know what I mean?
It's to
I'm
each
just
their
saying.
own. It's a preference. Thing,
And now
you
that
know?
I say that out loud, that would be pretty goddamn cool.
and make it co-op, and then you do.
It's like they painted themselves into a corner,
Yeah.
and it's like, all
And
right,
they
do we
just-
do the same thing again, or do we?
No,
do
like that's what I'm
something
saying.
different?
Set it in that world, because I mean,
They just changed the corner.
it's not like they freaking went and reinvented a wheel. You know, in fact, I feel like they took the rubber out, they took the freaking rim out, they just gave you a little piece of something that used to be. But listen, and everyone talks about the Valkyrie fights, and I'll admit, like some of them, I felt like they were fun, right?
Mm.
But it's like when people go, man, Harry Potter is an amazing movie franchise. You got to go see it. And then you
Nah.
go see it and you walk out and you're like, what the hell? I don't even understand what happened. Like, oh, well, you should have read the book. And like, it's like, why put the best stuff of a game after the game?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, I get you.
Like, that's not the game.
that is the game.
Put that in the game.
It should have been. Yeah, you should have fought them
No,
different variations of them during the game.
I fought
Exactly.
the Valkyries during the game.
I fought them at the end. There was no way I was touching them. Nah, I was.
I
Not
don't know
good
why
enough.
you. I mean,
I was not good enough.
I
until
fought
the end
2
of
or
the game.
chose to
3.
wait.
I fought 2 or 3 during the game.
Yeah,
fought like 2.
I fought a couple of them during the game. The last one I waited until the end of the game, but she still whooped my ass.
Yeah.
I mean, if they did those boss battles were fun. If they put that in a different sense in a different fight during the game, it would have made more sense. It would have been better.
Did we mention Assassin's Creed at all?
Did they get rebooted? I don't think it
Well,
got rebooted.
They
just
Odyssey and
Made
what you call it?
different
They don't
ones.
count.
Nah, that
They
just
don't
seems
play-
like more
I mean, they don't play like.
Assassin's Creed.
It's
And listen,
yeah.
It's like you said, what did you say with what game if it didn't have that title? What was it?
Castlevania.
Earlier.
Castlevania.
Oh, Castlevania.
So
Lord of
Castlevania.
Shadows. Yeah.
This is how I feel like if God of War, if they just released that as like white bald guy babysitting kid, if they just named it that, it would be just like a mediocre game, and people would be like, oh, mediocre. But I think there was a time where like, okay, PlayStation's ruling, and all these Xbox people come over. They've never played any of these other God of War games, and it just bumps up. And it gets on the internet and was like, oh my gosh, it's so awesome. And because, they've never played another God of War, and it just starts, and the sheep mentality comes out, and everyone's got to love the game. And if you don't love the game, you're wrong. You're different, But like me, I'm all like, hey, listen, I'm not buying this. Like this, I'm not drinking your Kool-Aid. Like this isn't that great of a game. And in fact, it's kind of boring. And they're just reskinning. Do you not see they're reskinning enemies? Does anyone see? They're just reskinning. You just fought that guy 5 minutes ago.
He's different.
Now he's blue, and you
He's
think it's
red.
awesome,
Got
but
blue
it's
now.
not.
It's blue.
The red guy is harder than the blue guy.
What are we?
got
Back
more
at
energy.
Golden Axe days? That was Sega Genesis. They were doing that stuff. And now we're in our time right now. And now you're you're
for
still
it.
trying to pull that stuff? Get out of here with that. I
Golden
want
Axe is
epic
great.
fights all the way around. I want epic enemies that you get to fight. I don't want all this reskinned garbage. Come on, you guys. You guys are better gamers than that.
Joel, it had the best,
I
one of the
enjoyed it,
better documentaries of all time. It's one of the best documentaries that you can check out.
Santa
If you
Monica
haven't seen
Studios.
it,
That legit has nothing
watch
to do
that.
with the game.
brought me to tears. It does have to do with the game.
I mean,
Yeah.
but not. It doesn't have. I mean, granted,
They made the game.
no. The documentary was dope. Don't get me wrong, but we're still talking about the gameplay of the reboot. And
I
how
know,
it-
but I can't talk about it anymore because the show's got to be over.
True.
I mean, let Joel get it out of his system if he's gonna moderate that that panel.
Oh, that'd be amazing if he goes on a rant like that on the
Oh,
panel.
man.
I would fucking die.
Listen,
Ah, we just
I
play
talked
this
to
for
my girl Ashley. I said, please take the God of War. She was totally happy too because she's a God of War fan.
Perfect.
I said, take it because I don't know what I'll say. I don't know what I'll say.
I hope someone have a camera.
Well,
up
give
there.
us the link to that. We have to watch that live.
That's
For real.
Yes, yes.
You'll see the vein popping out of his head.
And I'm not trying, like, as far as performances, like Kratos, you know, that was great. All the performances are pretty solid in that.
Except
And
for
I'm
the
not
kid.
talking about the acting, but I'm talking about as a game, as a God of War game, where it was and where it is, where it went. It's just, it wasn't it.
Boy.
Exactly. Boy,
All right.
let me make
I
this
got
peanut
lost
butter and
in
jelly for you.
He would never do that. You make that yourself, boy.
Wheat or rye.
Oh, man.
Wow. Oh wow.
Wheat or rye.
That is hilarious.
But yeah, I mean, that's a good roundabout of some good reboots and some bad reboots.
Yeah, man.
That's true.
I wish though that I had prepared a little more, because when I had a whole list of things that are wrong with the game.
Don't worry, we'll talk
I'm
about
just
it again.
giving you some that kind of, because that was a while ago when that game came out.
Yep.
Well, after you finish
2018?
Ragnarok,
20.
you'll have a whole new list. Because you got to do it for that
gotta
panel.
play-
You
you
got
gotta
to
play
play it for that panel.
Play Ragnarok. Gotta
First
play
of all, I'm not doing the
Come on, Joe, come on.
I'm not going to do the panel, and I'm not going to play that game. It would take, I would have to, like, someone would have to buy it for me. I'd have to stream it,
Kag,
and I'd have to start getting
Yeah, there you go.
donations
Kag, set this
for the
up.
torment that I'm in. And if I didn't, then I would stop playing it.
Gotta pay for torture.
Chat, do you guys want Joel to play God of War Ragnarok?
Wow.
Just give him some super chats. He will get this game and make it happen and stream it for everyone to watch.
Oh, that'd be
There you go.
amazing.
There you go.
Oh, that'd be
Facts.
great.
You hear it here first.
Facts.
Yes, Joel will be streaming Saturday night.
Miserable.
Yeah.
So be sure to get that going. They got you.
Cursing throughout the entire stream.
Listen,
I
Kag
watched
got
some of
you.
the, I watched streams of the second one. I was like, this
See?
looks just like the first one.
Kag, make this happen.
Kak said he ain't playing
Come
that.
on. Kag, the community,
See,
the
Kag knows
community
what's
needs to
happening.
see this.
Yeah, man.
The community needs to see this.
What if we
Even
added a
Kag
challenge?
only got a couple things in, and he got tired of it.
Yeah, but his backlog is crazy, man.
Yeah, he's got a ton of games he got to get to. You know.
Yeah, man.
And I don't.
Joel, the community wants to see this.
It's all about the community, man.
What about a challenge?
Who would
Well,
listen? This is
Media-
what streaming's
that?
about. This is what we need to see.
I don't know about that one, man. I don't know. I'd rather, you know,
Listen, Matt
get
says
in
it'll
fights
be
with
fun.
Kag and Reggie about Street Fighter 6.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
Listen, if we win in our showdown
That was my
for Street
Proposal.
Fighter 6,
that was my proposal.
you got to
No, shut it down.
My man got nervous.
Yo.
And
No, we are not making that
Kag
deal.
said if y'all win, y'all got a prize of Street Fighter 6 for somebody. So if we win,
Right.
there's got to be something for the people to get, right?
Well, what if we win?
That's what I'm saying. If y'all win, then Kag will get a Street Fighter 6 to somebody as a prize.
No, if we win, you
That's
gotta,
what
gotta play-
That's
you gotta play
That's
Blaster
Kag
Master on
From his
Sega
mouth.
Genesis.
I have to play Sega Genesis.
Oh my
You gotta
goodness.
play Technocop.
I have to play Blaster Master too.
Yeah. Full playthrough.
Oh god.
You'd have to do a no death run.
No death run. All right, give me a game.
And that's the
game
only
genie.
game you can stream until you beat it in a no death run.
Give me a game genie.
And
I'll
that
do
would be equal out to the torture of making me play God of War.
Wow.
Come on, you'd have some fun. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch. You see the differences. You see what they changed.
That's great.
Terrible.
All right.
All right.
So on that note, you down, right, Joel? You got it. All right, cool. So on that note, we'll be looking forward to seeing Joel stream God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
You will see that if that was the case, you would see the greatest Dhalsim in Street Fighter 6 history.
We might. I've seen the practice. I've seen you practice.
Uh-oh.
That Dhalsim is pretty sick.
You never know.
I can't mess with Dhalsim, so we'll find out. So be sure to stay tuned.
Can't
we
wait.
have that challenge
Can't
coming
wait.
soon. All right. So Joel, thanks for showing up on the show.
Thank you, Saul.
Thank you,
And coming
Joel.
through for the fourth time. Yes.
Until next time, yo.
We appreciate you, bro.
Hell
Of
yes.
course, thank you guys for having me. It's always
Always a good
it's
time.
always a blast.
Yes. Indeed. it is.
Likewise.
We're going to do it again soon.
God of War Ragnarok.
Exactly.
You heard it here first, yo.
Now, check out. What if in God of War Ragnarok,
My
right?
robot,
They had that
while, man. What's
they had
up?
that sex mini game, right? But instead of Kratos, he throws his son in there. It's like you go.
No,
for it.
man.
Get in there, boy.
Stop it.
Jesus.
Actually,
Christ.
I applaud that. Get in there, boy. He's got to learn
What
sometime.
the hell?
Wow.
Well,
You hear
it's
him?
older. Listen, after the second one, all right? Not the
Second
first
one.
game.
Not the
Dude.
first game. The second one.
And you hear him,
Help me, Dad! Help me!
Wow.
All right, boy. A terrible scene. A terrible scene.
Nah. Hell no, Cag. Hell no.
What do you
Cag.
say?
What do you say?
Cag said
You will let us
if they
shave
win, we
their
got to
eyebrows
shave our
off?
eyebrows off. No.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
hell no.
Why would we do that?
Nah,
That's a
man.
terrible idea.
Maybe we could do some hot sauce challenge again.
Nope.
Nah, chill,
no.
son.
Yo, but we're not gonna lose though.
Listen, every
We're not gonna
Wednesday.
lose.
Every Wednesday we're on, man. Every Wednesday.
Yeah, man.
Monroe, what's good?
Long time.
Monroe.
My robot.
Hell yes.
Robot.
All right, y'all. Let's get on it, man.
All right. For those tuning in for the first time, or those who tune in every single week and just happen to forget, we have a new streaming schedule.
What was
Whoa,
that?
whoa.
Sure.
We have a new
Streaming.
streaming schedule.
Stream schedule.
Yes.
Streaming schedule.
Starting Sundays, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No more Multiversus Maniacs because the beta's off now. So sad, so sad. But we got Let's Play Sundays. We got the Versus and the Co-op. It's going to be a Versus and a Co-op. Starting at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Follow us on social media to find out what those games are going to be. We've been switching them up, doing a lot of switch ups lately. So, we're doing the Open Versus Challenge. So when you see that post, dive in there.
We call it the Sunday switch up.
The Sunday switch. That's not a bit. Sunday switch up, right? Might rebrand it. And Fighter Fridays, Chuck, tell them what you got going on. Fighter Fridays.
Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Friday, I play fighters, I play beat 'em ups, and I hand out beatdowns. This Friday, I planned on playing Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah.
Chopping up some orcs, but apparently Turbo wants that work. Turbo wants that action in Street Fighter 6 again.
Actually, I'm not even going to be available this Friday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shadow of Mordor.
Next
it is.
Friday.
Yeah,
Next
yeah.
Friday. I'll be available. That's next Friday. Next Friday.
Get that practice in.
That's what I got.
And Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the flagship show, the podcast. All five of us, usually awesome guests, sometimes, but we have a live chat, which is always awesome.
All the time.
So it's always a part to join the live chat. And if you happen to miss us for whatever reason, we're going to be on your preferred podcasting platform. Yeah. So make sure you get up on that.
Wednesdays.
And if you watch us on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us out, man.
And if you listen to us, give us a review and a like also. So no matter where you consume this content, make sure you show that love and respect.
And share it with your friends, guys.
True.
Share it with your peoples that love video games, because if they love video games, they're going to love us.
Let them know. Let them
Just
know.
saying.
True.
Tell them to stop playing for one Wednesday night and check the show out. And then they can get back to playing. Listen, it's not all night. They can get back to playing right after the show.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Everybody out there, until next week.
We appreciate y'all.
Peace.